Hello guys, I'm ready. How is it going? It's Wednesday, I think, right? Yeah. Like I said, I always end up forgetting like the days because like when you work like from home and all that, you don't really have like depending on the job, but you don't really keep track of like the days. So I end up like forgetting. It was different when I was in school and I was looking forward to the weekend, but now it's obviously not the same. Hello everybody. I will run the 1 minute ad as soon as I can because right now it's like disabled, so it's not gonna work, but I think you'll know when it's gonna run because you'll probably get ads. But thank you for the redeem. Like I said, I don't think anyone ever uses those, so well, thank you for redeeming it. Oh, thank you. I honestly, I don't know. Whenever I get ready, like usually I just don't know what to do with my hair. Like my hair is naturally like this usually, and honestly, every time after I wash it, it always ends up looking different. So yeah, I don't know. It's because I cut it like a couple of months ago. Like I kind of got some sort of bangs, but not really bangs. It's like more like curtain bangs, so they go like on the sides, but they kind of end up looking a bit messed up sometimes. So it just depends. Honestly, it's just like a cozy outfit. Like, I don't know. I usually prefer to also just wear glasses for the most part. I mean, I feel like now I kind of just mix it between like contact lenses and glasses, or I base it on outfit because I think I was gonna wear contact lenses today, but then I was like, I think the glasses are comfier and look cuter with the outfit, so I was like, I'm just gonna wear glasses instead. um, but yeah, obviously the glasses are more comfortable because I don't have anything like sticking to my eyes, so yeah. I don't even know if I'm gonna buy contact lenses for much longer, honestly. I feel like I'm getting tired and I may just save up to get like my eye surgery and that's it, and then I'm not gonna have to wear any type. If I do wear glasses after that, it will be just for fun, which is obviously different. I don't know if I would be wearing it that much though. I mean, I'm gonna miss these ones for sure, but I can get the same like shape, just obviously not for fixing my vision, because if my vision's fixed already, there's no point in wearing them. But yeah, anyway, it's actually in my family, I feel like there's nobody really that wears glasses. Like my parents don't really. Like my mother does sometimes when she watches TV, but for the most part they don't wear it like all the time. For me, I feel like these specifically, they're like kind of, let's say for driving that kind of distance, they're a bit strong, I feel like, for gaming and all this that I do, because I feel like I need weaker ones, because I have a pair that's like really old, like literally since I was like a teenager, and I was wearing them. I usually wear those like off stream and all that, and they're a lot like bigger and they cover my face a lot more. At least these round ones, like you can still see my eyes, and all the other ones you can't really see them, so that's why I usually wear those. But yeah, those are not as strong and they're like perfect. These ones, they're perfect when I'm outside, but when I'm gaming, it's it's a bit too much. And I don't know if there's a possibility to get like a lower subscription from like the company that you get to go to, because I don't think they will do that. Also, they have been pestering me to go get an appointment done. Like it's been months. Like I literally canceled my subscription with the contact lenses and they're still asking me to go, and I'm like, just forget about me. When I want to go like do the eye test, I will tell them, like it's gonna be when I'm gonna get new glasses maybe, or I'm gonna want contact lenses again, because you can't get contact lenses if you don't have a subscription up to date. Hello Cosmos, how you doing? How is it going, everybody? I feel a lot better today compared to Monday. I feel like Monday I was kind of a crybaby. Like at least I feel that way. I don't know if you guys felt that as well. I mean, obviously I streamed a bit shorter time. But I felt a lot more frustrated with the boss fights and all that. I think it's because I streamed long on Sunday, and then Monday I was like already kind of tired from Sunday, so I still wanted to play through the game, but I was like very frustrated, and I feel more patient today, honestly, compared to on Monday. Oh, are you okay? Is everything okay, or is it just a checkup? I've been to the dentist like years ago when I was, well, I'm saying this like the important type of thing. When I got braces, when I was like, again, a teenager, I had to like remove like 2 of my teeth because apparently I didn't have enough space for my other teeth to grow or something. So I had to remove 2 of my teeth and then put braces in, and I'm telling you, it was painful. It was painful. And then it also got like infected, which obviously I don't want to put that image in your minds, but it was terrible, and I would not want to go through that again. Friday is always the best because it's the last day, right? And then it's like a break time. Wait, does anyone have any plans for Christmas? Anything new? Because usually like what I do is I just hang out with family, because I feel like it's kind of a family event, but you can also do it with friends, I think. Like if you live alone and, you know, family's not coming over, you can do it with friends as well. But I'm just wondering if anyone does anything special, because I think Christmas for me is like my favorite. For Halloween, I don't really like celebrate it because the way I grew up, we didn't celebrate Halloween. It didn't exist, so I never really got to go trick-or-treating. But I feel like for Halloween, I do like it at the same time because, yeah, you can dress up without looking weird. Like, people are not gonna question you on the streets why you're dressed up as, I don't know, a princess or something. But yeah, overall, I think Christmas is my favorite because it just feels cozy. I don't know. And if there's snow, even better. But honestly, snow here is kind of non-existent, so it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Apparently, it was supposed to snow a couple of days ago, but it did not. So yeah. You also like Christmas? That's great. For me, I feel like the only one that I don't really pay attention to is Easter, honestly. Like, every time it's Easter, I don't really care that much. I think what we do, well, at least what my family does, is we buy chocolates, and that's it. So yeah. I mean, no, actually, if I think about it, my grandma and everyone start making a bunch of food, like traditional food, like eggs and all sorts of like boiled eggs, and they color them. So they make a lot of that stuff. But for me, if I were to celebrate it with someone, I don't think I would do anything unless that other person does something, and then I would celebrate with them. But on my own, I'm just not gonna really do anything except just wish you a happy Easter, and that's it. But obviously, Easter's quite far from now. Well, I'm from, well, Romania originally, and then I moved here around like 10 years ago with my family, so I was like still in school back then. And yeah, I've lived here for a while, so now it's kind of like if people, because I have this like on the About Me section on Twitch, but if people ask me like things about like my home country, I don't really know much about it anymore because it's been like quite a long time. Like I think I was like 12 when I came here, so I was kind of still a kid in a way. So that's why I'm like, I usually don't talk about it much because I don't live it over there anymore, so I can't really explain how things are changing or how it's going because obviously I'm not there anymore. So, and I don't really have family left anymore either. I just have like one grandma. Quite literally, that's all I have left. Nobody else over there. Like my father used to like live there while I was here, but he also moved. So I live in UK now, and he lives like in France. So I often go and visit him around like every year, pretty much. So yeah, I kind of just visit. I'm just in UK and France for the most part, I would say. That's why I was saying a couple of times, like that I have to learn French because he's dating like, actually has a child with like a French woman, and she does speak English like really well, actually. Like we can understand each other and she's lovely, but it would be used to like her family, for example. Some of her family members don't speak any English, so you know, it's a bit awkward. Like I know they wanted to talk to me at that gathering when I went a couple of weeks ago, but they just couldn't because we couldn't understand each other. So yeah. I need to start learning. I keep saying I'm gonna do that. I just don't know where to start. Like, I don't know if Duolingo is the best idea, so I'm not really sure. Greece is beautiful. I mean, I've only been to one place. I think Crete it was, like on the island. and I didn't get to see too much, but it was really nice. I mean, I think I liked it more compared to Spain, but then again, I haven't been to Spain that often either. Like, I've been to Benidorm, which personally I didn't really like it that much. I feel like it's kind of party type of city, and I don't know. I was not a big fan of it. Um, and I think I'm visiting again Spain. Yeah, I am visiting Spain again soon, around like February. Again, going to like an island, and it's gonna be nice. Like, I was planning on like recording stuff for it just to post on YouTube. I just don't know if I should create a different account. I feel like it might be okay from time to time to post on a gaming channel, like things like vlog or whatever, because I've seen people do that. I don't really know if I want to start a completely different channel, mainly because, well, I won't be posting too often on it, that's the thing, because I don't travel very often. The most you can see me do is here from the chair, like I sit on the chair and I can just do games, or I don't know about reaction videos, because reaction videos, like, I feel like I'm terrible with reacting. I watch things, but I don't really react to them. I know in games I do react and talk and all that, but if I watch TikToks, for example, I'm probably not gonna say much, so I don't really know. I would say I have quite a lot. I would like to visit Australia, even though everyone I think is scared of the spiders and everything, all the wildlife. I probably wouldn't be going, in the wild anyway, so I don't have to worry. But spiders definitely. But I've heard people say that people that live there that you don't actually have to worry about it. There is not like that many, or it's not likely that you're gonna get any spiders. I would also like to go to Canada, I guess, but probably not during winter, so not right now because it's gonna be freezing, and I'm not good with the cold. Also USA, I would like to visit because I've never been there. I guess that whole continent, because I haven't been Asia as well. I would like to go to Asia. Like Japan, for example, is really nice. I've always felt like since I was younger, connected in a way with the Japanese, not the Japanese culture, the Asian culture in general. Like I liked it, like traditional outfits, all sorts of things. I just enjoyed it so much. So I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of a fan in a way. I used to be a lot more into it a few years ago. Now I feel like I don't really watch as much stuff. Although yesterday I was actually trying to finish an anime. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm trying to get back into anime because I remember I used to enjoy it and I kind of miss it now. And I also miss kind of hearing the language. I was watching JJK, I think, which, it can be a bit violent, but actually it was kind of I thought at the beginning it wasn't that great, but now I'm around like episode 14 and it's getting quite good. Like, I don't mind it. It's quite cool. I've seen, like, when I was younger, I've seen mainly like the romantic ones because I was more into those ones, so I've seen like a bunch of those. Now I'm up to like watching pretty much anything. I know there's like this cute one with a gray like bear, I think, and a little girl with like brownish hair that I think is also an anime, and it seems to be really popular and wholesome, I think. I mean, it seems to also have an emotional story, I think, I'm not sure. But I am planning on like kind of just going on Netflix or something and then looking through the anime list and maybe watching stuff and until I run out, basically. I don't know. It depends. I'm just trying to get into it, I guess, like a new hobby, because me watching stuff, it can be almost non-existent. Like, I don't really do it. Like I said, I usually prefer just playing games, or if I work, well, I'm gonna be busy with that, so I don't get the time. But I guess in the evenings when I'm in bed and don't know what to do, I can just do that. Like, I can try to watch something. I don't know why. I feel like maybe it's just more fun to watch things with people instead of by yourself. Because by yourself, you're just gonna end up doing like maybe other work or just watch streams instead or just something else. So I don't really know. It's just different. But yeah, anime is more frequent for you. I'm trying to get into it. Yeah, you barely watch movies. That's why I'm saying, if people ask me like, have you watched this show recently? I think everyone's talking about Arcane right now. I haven't watched that, but I think it's on Netflix, right? So I may try to watch it. I thought it was a League of Legends type of show. No, is it not? Like, I know, I think Jinx is in it from League. Yeah, but I guess I would try to watch it just out of fun. Yeah, Arcane. Have you guys watched any? I heard there's a new season now or episodes or something, and everyone's talking about it, and they're saying that it's really good and has, I guess, emotional stories. So I was thinking like maybe I'll try to watch it. I don't really know. Oh yeah, I've been to Italy as well. Now that you mentioned it, I've been, I think 2 years ago or something, and again it was beautiful. And I went like to multiple places. Last year, I think I went to Cyprus, and again, honestly, I'm not great with geography, don't hate me, but I didn't even know that Cyprus was a country. I had no idea. So then when my family members suggested like, oh, do you want to tag along like on this trip? And I was like, oh, sure. I've never heard of this place before. I was impressed like with the place. Also, it's very similar to UK, like they drive on the same side. I mean, UK does kind of own it, I think, Cyprus, or at least owns some of the line. I went there to like multiple cities, and it was really, really nice. I would only say the capital wasn't really, but then again, that's just me. I usually don't like the capital of cities, capital of cities. What am I saying? Capital of countries. Usually I don't enjoy them that much because it's like too much industrial stuff, I guess, and dirt and all sorts of things. So I usually prefer like the exotic places if there are any. I'm sure not every capital is like that. For example, Paris, when I went, it's actually really nice. I've enjoyed walking around Paris. Here in London, I wouldn't say it's amazing, because I know a lot of people, if they come to UK, they will go to London. I wouldn't recommend. I would say Paris is a lot better than London. It's a lot more like beautiful in my opinion, but I don't know. I live like in the north of UK, so in England. Close to Scotland, but not really yet. So that's why we kind of get like worse weather compared to like everyone else. Like if I move more to the south, which is the plan for the future, hopefully there will be a bit better weather, but I can't really promise it. I mean, it's still gonna rain all the time. Honestly, like I said, if I just work from home, I don't think I'd really care if it's winter outside because I have the heating inside. But I don't like the cold. Like, this is that time of the year when it just doesn't feel great. I mean, I feel fine now, but before, when I had to go to like college every day and it was freezing, I didn't like it. And also, you have to, like, it's cozy to wear all those like clothes and hats and all sorts of things like that. But at the same time, it's so much better to not and just be able to wear like some shorts and a t-shirt, for example. Like, it's just easier and you feel lighter. I prefer I prefer summer, that's for sure, or spring at least. Spring, autumn is okay. Autumn is okay, like for the first 2 months, maybe. November already it starts getting cold, so it's kind of winter here. Spring is good because it's not too warm, but also not too cold. I feel like spring here starts around late April, so winter here can be quite long and obviously, like I said, cold. Sure, it doesn't snow, but it is cold and it rains. And, you know, if you hold an umbrella, your hand freezes. Unless you actually have gloves, which I usually do if I have to go outside and it rains. And sometimes you get floods as well. A few years back, when I was still in school, there was a big, like, flood. And it was like, I think it went inside people's, like, houses. I was safe because it was sort of like an apartment. So I was, like, up and I didn't get, like, affected anyway. And the streets were also where I was, they weren't affected, but it was like terrible weather back then. Like, we have a lake nearby and it literally like flooded the streets. Like, you would go down to the lake and the streets would be filled with water instead. So yeah, it was terrible. And that can still happen. It depends on like how much it rains, honestly. And if it snows, what happens is everything closes. I'm literally telling you, people here seem to like be afraid of like snow. So if it snows, schools end up closing, people don't really go to work anymore, everything closes. Even if it's a small amount of snow, it does end up happening. I can see why though. I think I only drove on snow once, and that was when I was doing like driving lessons. So I felt, you know, safer because I was with a driving instructor, but I could feel the way like the tires were not really on the like they weren't really touching this like the actual road. So yeah, it was a bit weird. Like it was a bit slippery, but you just have to go like slow and it would be okay. Hello Nexus, how you doing? Also hello Jansky. First time catching up live? Oh, thank you. Did you follow me from Twitch or from YouTube? I'm just asking because I'm curious. But But yeah, anyway, how are you guys doing? How is your Wednesday going so far? Or how's your week going? If you have anything exciting or not exciting to share, I'm here to chat. I actually feel like chatting a lot more today. Sometimes I feel like doing a long just chatting, stream. I guess chatting for some time, and now I kind of do feel like it before I continue to the game. I was actually gonna ask, I'm kind of like skipping through like topics, but don't mind me, I'm just like rambling like what's on my mind. Would you guys want me to do an MBTI type of quiz? Because I haven't done one in a long time. I already know what I am. I could do it with you guys so that I guess you can get to know me better, and you could also do it, I guess, at the same time as I do it, so that you guys can see what you guys get. I could do something like that as a maybe for a day to kind of stream a just chatting type of thing. I just don't know what I would do after, because I probably wouldn't be playing Final Fantasy. I would be doing that and ranting about it for maybe around an hour, and then after that, maybe some easy game or watching stuff. I'm not really sure. I mean, there are the Game Awards. Oh no, the Game Awards are coming out like at the end of the December, I think. By the way, vote on the Game Awards if if there's any games that you like. I honestly voted for Final Fantasy Rebirth. I didn't even play it, but based on how much fun I'm having with the remake, and also you guys saying that Rebirth is amazing, I just voted Rebirth every time I got the option, because I don't know. For some categories, I didn't really know what to vote, if I'm being honest, so I ended up just voting like randomly what I guess what I searched them up and what looked good, I guess. So yeah, I am INFJ. So introvert, intuitive, I think. INF, feeling and judging. So obviously introverted, and then intuitive. Judging is for like organized, as in like I don't really like being spontaneous, and I like doing things like in order, and just in general like being organized in real life as well. And then for which is it? Is it J? No, J I just did. INF. Oh, F, feeling. I definitely am more of a like emotional type of person. So if I make a decision, I will like think about the facts, but also in the end I will make it based on like what my heart is feeling. So I do pay attention to like other people's feelings as much as I can. That's why I did like this course where I was supposed to act as a counselor, and I was doing quite well, but at the same time I feel like it wasn't satisfying enough, because I felt like I was too cold, because the job required you to be like so serious. So I didn't like it. I was like, if I want to be there for somebody, I think I prefer to be there as a friend instead, where I can actually express myself instead of just like listening and not helping out. Like if I comfort someone, it's usually like I listen and maybe give them a hug or something. That's about it. Because sometimes I'll try to give advice or try to say that things will get better. Because I know when you have a breakdown, it's like it feels like everything's, you know, crashing. Like it feels like you're not gonna be able to get up. Like I know it can be that way, but after some time, usually, at least for me and from people that I've seen that have had it before, in a few days you end up feeling, you know, better. So it happens sometimes. For me personally, like I don't really have that happening to me that much, like breakdowns or anything like that. Yeah, sure, sometimes I'll feel, I guess, uncertain about things or worried or things like that. I always worry about all sorts of things that kind of make no sense. But I think I'm a lot healthier mentally now compared to how I used to be years ago, which is obviously great for myself because it means that I'm more confident compared to years ago. But yeah, I was just wondering if you guys were interested in like me answering the questions and kind of seeing what I'm answering, and also seeing if I am still an NFJ. I did that test like 3 times and I got the same answer. So if I get the same answer again, then yeah, I'm a true INFJ because I always seem to be getting the same one. So I would be curious if I get something else, mainly because I feel like I'm more confident with socializing now compared to before. So that's why I'm wondering if, I don't know, if it's changed. I don't think I'm going to be on the extrovert side ever. As much as I can rant like this with you guys, I don't think I'm fully introverted. Like I said, if you met me in real life, I would probably let you guys do most of the talking. Although I would say, like, when I started that course that I was talking about, I was actually striking up conversations with people near me, which I've never done before, like in school, for example. So I feel like with socializing, I'm a lot more often now. Also, I'm very approachable, so if you ever see me someday or something, do approach me because I will be happy to talk to you. Um, but yeah, I don't want to appear scary. I probably don't appear scary like at all, which I'm hoping is the case. I would definitely not want that. I wouldn't want anyone to say that. I heard someone once say that they thought I was scary, but I think it was online. It wasn't like in real life. So obviously online it's kind of different because you don't really get to see the person. So especially if they don't use emojis like I do. When I chat, I always use a bunch of emojis to like kind of express myself and appear more approachable. Um, but yeah, someone said once that I was like scary, and I was like, I was feeling weird about that because I've never heard that before. I don't think I'm scary. Um, I don't know. I guess maybe I could be scary just like anyone else if I get really angry, but that doesn't really happen, honestly. I keep my cool pretty much. Even when I get annoyed at games, that's not really, really pissed off or anything. I just more like frustrated. That's all. But yeah. You guys have a lot of snow over there? I wish we would have snow. Honestly, like I said, since I wasn't born here originally, not that it matters or anything like that. I grew up with snow when I was younger. Like it was tall snow, there was a lot. And now here it's just like I said, rain. So I prefer having snow instead. Like if I lived anywhere else that has like proper proper spring, autumn, all those, I would be like more happy with that compared to how it's here, or just living somewhere warm overall. Like I don't need winter to be, boiling where you can't breathe because of how hot it is. But I just want it to be a bit warmer so that you don't go outside and your face freezes. Because I don't appreciate it. I really don't like the cold. And also getting out of bed and feeling cold. And I mean, the only good part is that you can be like cozy inside, maybe with like a hot drink, and that's about it. And I think you guys mentioned something about tea, right? Sorry, I'm a bit like delayed on the chat. I drink tea sometimes. I feel like I used to drink tea, I think a year ago, a lot more, like English tea mainly. So English tea is like black tea with milk and some sugar. I know it might be weird to some people, like tea with milk, and I thought it was the same. I thought it was very strange, but once I moved here and tried it, I actually really liked it. So I used to drink tea pretty much every day. Now it's kind of just when I feel like it. And coffee, same as coffee. I've never been obsessed like with coffee. I'm not addicted to it or anything. I don't drink it every morning, so my energy right now, or energy on streams, is my own energy. It's not affected by caffeine, energy drinks, anything like that. So it's my own energy. Um, I just drink, I guess, coffee sometimes when, again, I feel like it, which hasn't been, I think, for a whole month now, so it's kind of like occasional type of thing. So yeah, I don't have any addictions except for, I don't know, gaming, I guess. That's all. But that's okay because it's not like a destructive or anything like that. Um, but yeah, I definitely don't. I usually just stick to water, honestly. Like it might be plain, but water is my favorite. Like I used to, when I was younger, I was obviously drinking water, but I didn't really care about it that much. I think I was drinking more juice back then, but then again, as a kid, you kind of do like a lot of sugary things. But as I grew up, I ended up enjoying water so much more. And obviously that's a good thing for me because it keeps me like healthy and all, and drinking a lot of water, it's a good thing. A lot of hot water. I've seen that actually because I used to work in a cafe years ago. I think it was my first ever job. So I was like working for like a family friend. And I was enjoying it for the first year or so, but after that it was getting kind of tiring, so I kind of moved on. There were people that were ordering just hot water and that's it. And I don't really know how people drink it. Like, do you wait until it cools off for a bit, or do you just drink it when it's like boiling? Because do you not burn your mouth? I don't know. I haven't tried. I mean, I think I've had hot water before, but probably not plain. Like, I always put tea or something in it. Oh, no worries, no worries. I appreciate the lurk. If you need to do things, don't worry. Like, you don't have to be active or anything. I always lurk. Like, if I watch someone's streams, I'm always like lurking most of the time. Now I'm trying to like maybe chat more for like the streamers that I appreciate and all that. But I usually lurk because I feel kind of awkward, like just chatting all of a sudden, especially because most like streamers already have like their, I guess, their close friends and everyone in chat, so then I feel like kind of strange just showing up out of nowhere. So I think it's also because I'm usually the one that prefers to listen. So I get to chat here on stream with you guys, which is different. But if I'm in someone else's stream, I probably wouldn't be chatting much. Like, you wouldn't see me. I would be just listening in the background for the most part. 100-degree water, that's a lot. Yeah, it is a lot. I mean, as long as you don't injure yourself in any way, like burning your mouth, then it's fine. Because that's happened to me before. Like with food, for example. I was like hungry and I wanted to eat and it was so hot. And yeah, I burned my mouth by accident. Yeah, so it does happen, unfortunately, sometimes. But it is good that our bodies can tell when something's like too cold or too hot. I think with cold is obviously not as bad though. I do right now when I'm thinking of cold, I'm thinking of like when you go to a pool somewhere where it's not necessarily that hot outside and then you jump in it and it's freezing. That was me actually when I went to the trip on Greece. We were at like this resort place and the water was freezing. Like I feel like it had ice in it and it was warm outside, but the water was just, I don't know, it was not warm at all. So we would just basically, instead of going slowly, we would just like jump in it like instantly. We would go down like those ladders that you usually have, because usually you're not allowed to jump in it because you're going to splash people and I guess it can be dangerous. But yeah, I ended up like just going in it like down the ladder and just instantly jumping, as much as I didn't want to because it's cold. You get used to the water a lot faster if you just be brave and get in it. Same at the sea as well. Like if you go to the sea and the water is, you know, the further you go into the sea, the colder it gets. So it's better, instead of being splashed constantly by the waves, it's better to just get in instantly and you'll feel like a few seconds of cold and then it will be fine. Hello Rat Arcade, I'm doing really well, thank you for asking. We're kind of just chatting now before we're gonna play, which if I'm being honest, I'm kind of concerned about how the game is going now, and by that I mean I'm worried something bad is gonna happen, honestly, because where we left it off, like, yeah, we're rescuing Sector 7, right, in Chapter 11, and I'm a bit concerned about how things are gonna go about that. Like, I may be paranoid, but I don't want anyone dying, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really know how to feel. How are you guys doing? How is everything going? Oh, really? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm having a blast. I can't believe I haven't played FF sooner, honestly. Like, now I would play all the other ones as well. I'm having a lot of fun. Like, I look forward to playing the other ones and kind of, I guess, most of the FF. Are this the modern looking ones? So I probably wouldn't play the first, second, those types. Like, the ones that look like very, I think, retro maybe is the word for it. But these ones that have, like, kind of decent graphics, such as FF10, for example, I would probably play that at some point as well. But the story just seems amazing so far, and the combat as well. Even though, like I said, sometimes I get frustrated, I still enjoy it a lot. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just happy I finally started playing them, because I can see why. See, that's the thing. It takes me a while to play something. Like, a lot of people have mentioned that they wanted me to play The Last of Us 1. And obviously I haven't played that. I haven't played the second one either. So I know that's another one that has an emotional story and it's a really good game and a lot of people love it. It's just that I have to get to it. And there's so many other games like that are waiting. Like, I also want to do Nier Automata at some point. I would also try Stellar Blade because it looks like it has quite good graphics. I don't know if the story is as good, but it seems fun. I thought it was on PC, but apparently it's only like on console, like on PlayStation, so I'll obviously have to buy it on console. But yeah, there's God of War that I haven't played, and I know I've seen a bit of gameplay from God of War. I think the story is also great in it. There's just a lot. Like, literally, I don't know. And there's also new ones coming, like, next year. I think 2025 is going to be quite great for games. Or at least GTA 6 is gonna maybe win Game of the Year next year. I don't know. I can almost guarantee that I will, but I don't think there will be anything else because everyone's probably gonna be buying GTA 6. Will you guys be buying GTA 6? If you're gonna say no, I'm gonna be very surprised because I feel like everyone's looking forward to it. I think GTA is just like iconic. It's kind of like a comedy type of game, right? So it's not like ever really serious. It's more like for fun in a way. And I used to play, like I started playing, I think my first one was either Vice City or San Andreas. So that was a really long time ago. And I was playing them as a child. But again, I wasn't really playing through the story that much. I was kind of just driving around. I love doing that, like driving around, actually respecting the rules of the street. And then as I grew up, I did, do driving lessons, and it felt weird to be able to actually like drive myself after playing like driving games for years. Honestly, I play kind of anything. Like I could play racing games, I could play fighting games like Mortal Kombat, for example. I feel like those, though, they don't really have much going on. I think Mortal Kombat does have a story, but it's extremely short, or it doesn't really... It's not much of a story game. Like, maybe it's just more of an online thing. But same with, like, racing. I mean, it can be fun, but at the same time, you do the same thing every time you just race. Like, there won't be a really deep story unless there will be a game that comes out. Like, I've played a lot of, like, Need for Speed, for example. I think Rivals it was. And I enjoyed it. With GTA, I liked the fact that I could switch cars whenever I wanted and walk around and explore the world. So I played a lot of GTA 5 as well, like a really long time. I think I played through the story like around 5 times, and I'm not even joking. Like, I played through it a lot. And I feel like I still would play it. Maybe I would try online, maybe I wouldn't. I tried it once, but I didn't really do much. I did like a heist, and then I just wandered around for a bit, and that's about it. But now that the 6th one is coming out soon, I probably just wouldn't play until that one comes out, even though I think it's gonna come out at the end of next year. So I don't expect it around spring, that's for sure. It's probably gonna be around fall, most likely. But yeah, I was that kind of player, where I was just like kind of driving around, unless I was being followed by police, or sometimes some NPCs would jump in front of your car and then you'd run them over and then police comes after you. It's not my fault they jumped in front of the car. Like, that was an accident. I usually would just go like on the train tracks to escape the police. That's the easiest way for me. And usually I wouldn't have too many stars. I feel like if you want to get 5 stars, you need to go to a military base, which I did before, and it was crazy. Everyone was after me just for going there. Sometimes I went into like the restricted areas without even knowing, and then I would get instantly 5 stars, and I was like, I was just exploring. The Game Awards, I don't really know because I haven't played most of the games that are being like on the Game Awards. I know there's the Elden Ring DLC. I know there's Rebirth, which I voted personally, even though again I didn't play it. I'm having so much fun with Final Fantasy, and I think it should win maybe, but I don't know what other games are on it. Oh wait, there's Silent Hill as well, but I think personally I prefer Final Fantasy a lot more, as much as I loved Silent Hill as well. So you also voted for Rebirth? RE9, oh yeah. I don't know when that's coming out. I think it might be a while from now. It could be next year, who knows. But when was the last one? 1 year ago or 2 years ago? Something like... No, 2 years maybe. No, the remake, I mean, the RE4 remake, that's the first game I kind of played officially and uploaded on YouTube, even though it's kind of awkward to look on now because, well, I didn't have my camera on back then, so it was just like me playing the game with my voice in the background. But I feel like when you watch videos that are very old, it feels kind of strange because, you know, they're from ages ago, so it can be a bit weird to like watch them back. I would definitely say streaming and YouTube and all this definitely helped me accept like my own voice, because when I started editing, I was like, I don't want to hear my voice. I still don't want to hear it, but I don't mind it as much. I'm like, you know what, this is how I sound, so I can't change it. In my mind, I always think my voice is a lot deeper, but then in reality, when I hear it, it's actually not that deep. It's a lot more high-pitched than I thought, so it's alright. Well, I'm glad you think so, thank you. I don't know. Sometimes, like, even though I ramble so much, I'm glad you guys think so. Oh yeah, and Black Myth, right, right. There is Black Myth as well. I forgot about that one. There were some other ones, but I just can't remember if there were like any, let's say, popular ones that a lot of people played or not really. Black Myth also has a chance, I feel like. It could be between, honestly, if I were to guess, most likely it would be Elden Ring DLC that would win. And I know a lot of people are having, like, they're arguing right now, especially like on Twitter or X. I still call it Twitter. I can't bring myself to call it X. I honestly preferred when it was like called Twitter, and I preferred the bird instead. But yeah, I saw a lot of people were saying that it shouldn't really be Game of the Year because it's a DLC, so it shouldn't count. But yeah, I guess it counts down. Or maybe it should have just had like a separate category for DLCs instead of like Game of the Year. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna win. If it doesn't, then, well, I guess it's good. Like, I'm literally fine, I think, with any other option. I'm not saying the Elden Ring DLC is bad. I haven't played through it yet, at least. And I don't know when I will, because like I said, I took a break from Elden Ring. So, because I didn't want to get frustrated with it anymore. But I did, like, some of the bosses are really good, but I've also heard a lot of people say that it feels a lot more empty compared to, like, the base game, so not as good, except for some, like, DLC bosses, and that's about it. That's why I don't know if it's gonna win. I just think there's a lot of Elden Ring fans out there, so it might be likely that it will win. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna be slightly surprised, but I do wonder what else would. Like, maybe Wukong? Wukong was great as well, from what I've seen. A lot of people enjoyed it, and it did look fun. I think it's like a Souls game, but it's probably not as difficult, maybe? I'm not really sure. I heard that it's supposed to be a bit easier than a Souls game, but I may be wrong. A 40-hour game? Well, Elden Ring is a really long game. If you end up doing, like, everything in the base game and DLC, you're gonna spend literally, I don't know, 500 hours or more in it, which is a lot. Like, you almost would never finish playing that. Like, if I played everything and fought every single boss, you would probably see me play that until like next year, most likely. Like, I would just be playing the same thing. So yeah, I usually don't like being stuck on the same game for like a whole year, because that's a very long time. But yeah, there's a lot to do. I just focused on the main, like, bosses for the most part. Sometimes the side ones, especially if I needed runes, I would focus on, like, the side ones. Yeah, 2026. I know, yeah, because it does take a lot of tries with the bosses. Though sometimes, I swear, it's just luck. Like, I'm telling you, remember Godfrey? Like, some of you guys were there when I was fighting Godfrey, and I was literally ranting to chat, and somehow I defeated him while I was ranting to chat. Like, I was literally distracted. Like, I was not focusing on the fight at all. And then somehow I defeated him, and I was honestly so surprised. Like, I can't even say I was focusing. Like, compared to Malikev, for example, which I always try to focus on because he was so difficult. Godfrey, I didn't feel like he was as difficult. But at the same time, I mean, I definitely died less to Godfrey compared to Malikev. Malikev, if you remember, was my nightmare. I thought I would stop there, basically, and never play ever again. Yeah, and all those three, honestly... no, I think... not Radahn. Who's Radagon, I think. Radagon, like, we did defeat him. It's kind of just, like, the Elden Beast now that is very tanky and takes a while to defeat, which is not necessarily a good thing. I'm not happy with, like, one boss after the other. And then Melania, I consider defeated twice, actually. It's just that this one time when she was, like, I think on 1 HP, she hit me once and then she healed and I died. So, yeah, it was just unfortunate. But for me, in my mind, I've defeated her, just not officially. Yeah, I feel like now maybe I wouldn't be as good as, like, at playing it because I probably forgot all the attack patterns, most likely, so I don't know. And then Mog as well, I wouldn't say he's extremely difficult, but at the same time, I don't know, I feel like I was struggling. Like, he seems like easier compared to, like, the other two bosses, so Melania and the final bosses. And the final bosses are not necessarily difficult, it's just Elden Beast taking a while to defeat. Because it doesn't have bleed, or it just, you can't really do much to it. I feel like you just have to try to keep hitting. And also, it flies all over the place, like it teleports and runs away from you, which I never appreciate when it happens. You know, even sometimes in Final Fantasy, I think maybe it was happening, or other games in general, there are some enemies that will literally run away from you, and I do not like that. Because I prefer if they stay like right in my face so that I can keep hitting them and dodging them, instead of like them playing defensive and running away. Because I don't want to chase them around and like waste stamina. But yeah. You can't just buy it and play. You have to buy Elden Ring and get to a certain point to play. That's not the game. Yeah, it is. Like, I bought the version with the DLC already, so that I do plan on playing through it at some point again. Mainly because if I buy a game, I kind of want to finish it, even if I don't enjoy it that much. It's like, I paid for it, and I'm like, I might as well play through it. I just don't know if it's going to be something that I'm going to be playing for a long time, or again taking breaks and then going back to it. I don't really know. I feel kind of bad now. Like, I low-key kind of regret getting the DLC as well, because I heard the DLC is a bit more difficult. And honestly, you know what I could do? I could just use summons if I really found it difficult. I don't have to, because I wasn't using like any summons. The only time I used a summon was on Godskin Duo, because I was so annoyed with that fight, because it was like 2v1, I think, and I already didn't like the Godskin Apostle and the Godskin Noble, I think it was. I fought them individually before, and I feel like it was repeating, and I didn't want to have to fight them again, so I ended up just summoning like the door somebody, and it helped quite a lot. I don't even have my summons upgraded though, so I don't really know about that. Because obviously I think I would be able to progress through the game if there was some sort of a summon, but I don't know. You're gonna wait, are you gonna replay it, or you're saying that I should replay it? I feel like it's too soon for me to replay Cyberpunk. I played it I think like a year ago for the second time, so I still remember everything about it, and I remember the DLC was amazing, honestly even better than the main game. And this, I mean, a lot of people say that the DLCs are better than the main game, but I honestly think with this one, I think it's even more enjoyable. Or maybe it's because I'm maybe a fan, so when the DLC came out, I was just excited for it. So the DLC obviously is a lot shorter than the base game, but I feel like it's so well done. And obviously the game is not faulty anymore. There's no, I mean, there are still some glitches sometimes, but it's definitely worth playing now if you haven't played it yet. Like, I've loved it. It's one of my favorite games. Like, it was my top favorite before I played The Witcher 3. Witcher 3, I kind of would want to replay it again, but then again, the story is like still fresh, so I feel like I would have to wait a couple of years, or at least not watch anyone play it, because if I see someone playing it on stream, or Cyberpunk as well, I will want to see their reactions, so I will most likely be watching. Oh, Witcher 4 for sure. I don't know if Witcher 4 is gonna come out first, or the remake for the first game, because if the remake for the first game comes out, I'm gonna play that, because I was planning on doing Witcher 1 and Witcher 2 as well, even though unfortunately they don't have Yennefer in it, so it's gonna be... And they have Triss, and I don't know, I don't like Triss that much. I mean, she was sweet and all, but I feel like she's not the one for Geralt, personally. I think Yennefer is much better. So I would play the first one, but I think I'm just gonna wait for like the remake instead, and then after maybe I would do the second one as well, and then fourth one whenever it comes out. I know, I don't want people to argue, because I know there are some fans like of Triss as well. I just personally felt like Yen was better, also because I watched the Netflix series as well. I've read the books, well, not all of the books, but I've read some of the books, and Yen is kind of everywhere. So it's kind of like canon that, you know, Geralt and Yen are like a couple, and they have Ciri as their daughter pretty much. So that's why I'm saying like it kind of makes more sense to have like Yen instead. But yeah, I don't know. I never even tried to watch a game, like gameplay, not gameplay, like a walkthrough or something through Triss's romance. So I don't want to spoil or anything, but in one of the DLCs, you can see one of your love interests again at some point, and I do wonder how it would be like if you saw Triss instead, because I don't know. I'm never gonna do it though. I'm never gonna romance Triss, honestly. I feel like I just can't do that to Yen. I feel like I like Yen so much. She's so cool that I can't do it. I can't bring myself. Like, Triss, I feel like is sweet and all, but then again, she did take advantage of Geralt when he lost his memories or something, right? So that's a bit not very nice of her. So yeah, definitely prefer Yen all the way. And I don't like the fact that Yen is bossy and all that. It does remind me, like, for example, with Ada, but I think Yen is even more bossy, actually. Like I was saying with Final Fantasy, I thought Tifa was going to be the same, where she was going to be very bossy, but Tifa's actually very sweet. Honestly, if you guys ask me right now who my favorite is between Tifa and Aerith, I can't say. I honestly enjoy hanging out with both of them in the game. They're both so sweet, and I just can't really choose. Like, I know there's a lot of people that love, like, Tifa, but for me, I can't pick. They're both fun, and I don't want anything happening to them, but I don't want to get too attached to the characters, but unfortunately I feel like I am. Like I said, when I was playing Red Dead Redemption, I didn't really get attached to the main character that much, therefore I didn't like cry or feel too terrible about it. Like I was still feeling a bit sad, but I wasn't, you know, too affected. With these characters in this game, I'm starting to kind of, I don't know, in a way, feel very connected to them and enjoy seeing them, and I worry about how the story will play from now on, especially because now we're supposed to save Sector 7 and I expect a disaster over there once we arrive. So I am concerned. That's why I'm saying I don't know. I'm worried. Also, I just researched Cloud's voice actor. Nobody said that the voice actor is like Cody Christian, I think it is. When I was younger, I was obsessed, like literally obsessed with Pretty Little Liars. That's where I know him from. And he's also in Teen Wolf as well. I knew I recognized that voice, but if you made me try to, like, I guess the VA, I wouldn't have guessed, because I just knew the voice, but I didn't know who he was specifically. I can't believe it's him though, like, I didn't expect it. Like, I'm glad he had such a big role, like, in Final Fantasy, and as Cloud as well, which is a lot of people, you know, love, and Cloud is, like, just iconic overall for the Final Fantasy series. So, yeah, I already know. I don't think I know any of the other actors, but I definitely know Cloud's voice actor. I've seen him before, and now I'm just happy that I know who the voice actor was, because it was literally every time I was playing and I was hearing his voice, I was always wondering like who it is, because I've heard it before. You know, when you play something and you recognize someone's voice and you just can't put your finger on who exactly it is. But yeah, I know now. For story purposes, Aerith is more important compared to Tifa. I mean, Tifa is more like childhood best friend, probably right Cloud's partner at some point. I mean, obviously there's no romance really going on now. I feel like Tifa definitely has a big crush on Cloud. Cloud is kind of just not really paying attention though to her as much, at least not yet. And then there's, yeah, it is best friends to lovers arc. I mean, I look forward to seeing that, and also seeing the like vulnerable side of Cloud, because right now he seems more like on the tough side, so he doesn't really show that much emotion, or it doesn't seem like, I think he definitely has a small crush on her as well. He just doesn't show it as much as she does, because I feel like with her it's kind of obvious, like she makes it obvious. And then with Aerith, I'm not quite sure. I feel like she might like Cloud, but I don't really know if it's in a romantic way necessarily, because she was talking about this guy, right, at some point that she used to love a while ago. So I think she might not be over him based on how she was talking about him. So I don't think she likes Cloud in that way, like that much. Maybe just as close friends, and that's about it. But yeah, me ranting about like all sorts of things, like from like the MBTI that I was saying to games and all sorts of random things. Like I said, it's been almost an hour. I'll start playing soon. But yeah, I don't know. Right now, I would definitely say I feel a bit concerned about how things are gonna play out. Like once I start playing, I just don't know. I may obviously just be paranoid. But usually, if I play a game that I know is supposed to have an emotional story, I know things are gonna happen that are not, you know, really happy things. So that's why I don't know how to feel just yet about some stuff, I guess. You love hearing me chat? That's good then. Like, if you enjoy me rambling, That's a good thing, because sometimes I know I can do people's like head in, because like in real life especially, because I can, if we're close, like we're close friends or something, I will be ranting all sorts of nonsense, which, you know, is not important, most of it. It's kind of just me, like, whatever shows up like on my mind, I'm just going to end up like just blurting it out, because I don't know, I just if I'm with someone, I feel like I have to talk to them. I can also sit quietly with them, but most of the time I sit quietly like on my own, so like I'm by myself. And when I am with someone, I feel like I have to chat with them. If we're with someone new, I also feel like I have to chat with them so that we don't make it awkward, even though I don't mind silence, honestly. Like, I really don't. Like, if I hang out with somebody, you don't have to feel awkward about the silence, because I don't mind it. Like, I know it can be hard, and people worry about like the awkward silence and all that, but I don't mind it. I don't know. I think it just it's just easier, I guess, in a way. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but what I'm saying is that I don't mind silence. Like, it's okay. I understand everyone worries about, I guess, the same things. Such as like, some people will be naturally good at talking though, so usually if someone's like really good at talking, what I'll do is like kind of just listen for the most part, which I don't mind, obviously. Like, I can listen, like I'm just fine, like I don't have to do the talking. I'll just engage with like whatever you're saying instead. Hello Rogue Bro, how you doing? One thing I like in this game is how Tifa and Aerith invert expectation. Tifa is the more overtly, yeah, but she's more reserved, literally Cloud's girl next door. Aerith, meanwhile, is the more model slippering of the two, but also the more outgoing. Yeah, they do seem that way, both of them. I feel like Tifa is actually really, really sweet. Despite, like I was saying, the dress she was wearing last time was so, like, it was so revealing. But, she's definitely, like, a lot sweeter. She can be badass as well, like during fights, that's for sure, but for the most part she definitely has like a kind personality, and I can definitely see that. And for Aerith, I can also see her being besties with everyone. I was worried last time that they were gonna like argue with each other, or like over Cloud or something, because I think Tifa was a bit like, I think she asked Cloud if Aerith is like just a friend or anything more. So I was worried that they're gonna end up fighting, and I don't want that happening, because I want them to be besties instead, which I'm sure they're gonna be. Like, they seem to be getting along, but I don't want them to fight over Cloud. That's all, because that's not gonna be. I don't want to see any cat fights, that's for sure. Ooh, enjoy. I hope you enjoy. Wait. Yeah, wait, what is it? Is it something to eat or drink? I may be assuming that it is, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. The blue dress? Yeah, the blue dress. I selected refined a while ago, so I was like, I thought it would be something elegant or something. So I just selected that, and it ended up with her wearing it. Also, I just recently found out that Aerith can wear a completely different like dress based on like how many side quests you do, which I never knew before. Like, honestly, I did the side quest just because I wanted to, but I'm glad I did them, because otherwise she would have worn something a lot worse if I didn't do so many side quests. I thought I was supposed to get the good dress anyway, because of like all the fights we did in that arena. Like, I feel like we should have gotten something good anyway. Did anyone ever get like one of the like worse dresses? Not all of them look bad, obviously. Like, there's like two other ones and they don't look bad, but obviously the red one is the more elegant, feminine one in a way, and ideal for the occasion. But yeah, I didn't realize that there would be different outfits for the game, unless unless you, if you don't do the side quests, then expect like a different dress. I don't know. I'm glad I got the red one, because red is also my favorite color, so yeah. I'm glad I did all the side quests. You're doing really great, that's good to hear. I'm doing awesome too. I'm kind of just chatting now, and I guess before playing, I feel like I'm delaying it at the same time, because I don't want to get in the game yet. I do enjoy like ranting from time to time. I mean, I always rant, but on certain days, like I said, when I start streaming, I feel like more up to it, like to chatting a lot more. Sometimes I'll start stream and probably not have much going on or many thoughts, so I'll probably just jump into like the game straight away. But yeah, it kind of just depends, honestly. And again, like, I never know how much I stream for, so honestly, it's just something that just happens at some point. So I can't guarantee like, oh, I'll be streaming for this many hours. That's why when I have on Twitch schedule, right, it was asking me like, how long are you gonna stream? I always put not sure because I don't have a specific time. Also, it does depend on me, but it also depends on the game. If there's something important in the game, like in FF, sometimes the quests take a really long time, and you can't really just stop like in the middle of cutscene, for example, or in the middle of like something really important. That's why I try to stop maybe somewhere where it's kind of a good moment, like I did last time, where we escaped the sewers, and then I kind of stopped there before we continue, I guess, hopefully to Sector 7 when we get there. But yeah, it depends on the game for the most part, and obviously how I feel as well. Because when I stream for around 6 hours, someone asked me last time, when I streamed on Sunday, I think it was Sunday, for 6 hours, someone asked how I can stream so long. I usually don't stream that long, it just happens with the game, and I always blame the game, because with Silent Hill, for example, I was streaming for around like 4 to 5 hours. I always try to aim for at least 4 hours, that's for sure. Last time I did close to 4 hours, but I think I was, like I said, tired on Monday, so I didn't stream for too long. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely think for me, personally, it's better for me to do every other day, because then I have one day in between to kind of recharge after stream. Well, recharge my energy, I mean. And also maybe gather some more thoughts that I can talk about on the next stream, edit videos, work on like my job and all that, so it allows me like more time for things. It's like a break in between. So now, for example, most likely I will stream again on Friday, because it's Wednesday today, right? So yeah, it's kind of every other day, and I do have a time at like, for me it's 3 o'clock, but honestly when you look at the time, most likely I will start earlier the stream, like an hour or two earlier. I would say 1 hour most likely. I'll be ready, because I usually stream in the afternoon until like evening, around dinner time. These days I've been streaming past dinner time, so I've been eating a bit later. Because like, I don't know, I just progress with the game, and like I said, I don't want to stop in the middle like of something important, so I just want to keep playing. I used to also like, actually I used to stream very late. I used to stream at like 5 in the evening when I first started, and I would play like for a bit, then go eat, and then I would come back. Now I feel like I prefer it like this, although I would do evening streams. If I did evening streams, I would probably eat first, like have my dinner, and then just stream until I feel like going to bed, basically. Which, I don't go to bed very early, so I could stay up later. Like, I could switch the streams between later and also earlier ones. For the most part, probably I would do earlier, because it's kind of good for me around this time, like afternoon. Also, it's good for people that are like from different countries. Like, I think Asia specifically is ahead of where I am, so also Australia as well, I think they're way ahead, so if there are people from there, it would be, you know, easier for them to watch compared to if I streamed in the evening. I feel like, for example, all the biggest streamers, I feel like everyone streams in the evening. Well, it's evening for me. For you guys, if you're from America specifically or Canada, it's probably afternoon for you guys as well. For me, it's gonna be evening, so I feel like most people stream then. That's why in the evening, like, I like chilling with either playing a game, watching a stream, or recently started to get into anime again. But yeah, it's just different times. So in the afternoon, like I do now, I feel like there's not as many people streaming. Most people are usually in the evening when it's for me. Oh, wait, your husband and you saw a worse dress? There's 2 different ones. I think there's 2 pink ones, right? And then there's the red one. I got the red one, like I said, luckily. I honestly didn't even know I could get the worse one. I thought I was already entitled to getting a really nice dress for her, because I did those arena fights, remember? But like that boss fight that I did with the house, I hated that. It was not fun. I was so stressed out, and I almost died again when it was like 1 HP, and that's always frustrating. So I prefer like not having to do that again. I mean, if I replayed the game, obviously I would have to go through that again, because it's not optional. You kind of have to do it, but maybe I would just play on easy mode or something if I really wanted to play again. But probably I wouldn't replay it for some time now, because there's way too many Final Fantasy games I want to play through now. So I would probably focus on like the ones I haven't played, and then if I want to ever replay them, I'll just do it at some other point. But yeah, that's quite late for India. It's not too late though. I don't know. When do you go to sleep usually, Rogue? I go to sleep around like 2 lately, sometimes later. Usually around 2 o'clock I start getting sleepy, and I usually hope that I will be going to bed by then. Sometimes I end up not, like last night, it was like almost 4, I think, and I couldn't fall asleep. I was way too distracted by other things, and I just couldn't fall asleep, and it was a bit annoying. Like sometimes, especially if you're supposed to like sleep early, because you're going somewhere the next day and you have to wake up early, I feel like I can't do it because I kind of messed up my schedule. So yeah, I've always been a night owl, even though I enjoy sleeping, like once I'm actually asleep, and in the morning I love sleeping in. Like I love sleeping, honestly. But I still love also staying up late. I can't go to bed at like 10 or 11 as, let's say, a normal person. I tried, like I wanted to kind of learn to do so that I would wake up earlier and just have more of the day. But at the same time, I kind of just prefer evenings, honestly. I feel like evenings are so cozy that I don't know. I'm not the morning person, that's for sure. I prefer to just stay up instead. Yeah, also, I feel like during the night, everything's quiet, like people, neighbors, most people are asleep, and then it's just you, so it feels like quite quiet, which is what I like. But yeah, for me right now it's like 4 o'clock, so it is quite a big difference from you, Rogue. It is, yeah, it is a big difference actually. So if you go to sleep soon, I will wish you good night now. If you're lurking, if you're not lurking, then I'll wish you later on. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm ranting about all sorts of things now. I'll probably get in the game like in a few seconds maybe or so. And by seconds I mean minutes, not really seconds. It's 11:12 in New York. Yeah, see, that's why I'm saying, like, for some people it might be early. I feel like the way I stream is kind of perfect for maybe most people. I feel like in USA it might be a bit too early, especially if you have work. You probably won't be able to be here. But it is kind of good time for like Asia, Australia, because if I streamed only in the evening when most like streamers I feel like go live, like I said, I feel like a lot of people can't really be here because they're asleep. Like specifically Asia, Australia probably wouldn't be able to be here. So I feel like the time I have now is kind of perfect in a way, so that it's not, you know, too late for everybody. Obviously I won't be able to be here for every single country out there, like live, and I won't be able, and some people might not be able to watch the stream still, even if I think this is a good time that I stream on, which is unfortunate. But again, time zones exist, and honestly I wish we could all have the same time zone. I think it would be so much easier if we had it instead. In Australia it's already 3 a.m. Okay, so I think most people are asleep in Australia, unless you're like me and you just end up staying up late. That's why, like, I'm saying, I think I have, like, actually on my phone for some reason, on the clock, I have, like, different time zones for different, like, countries, just because I get curious to see what it is. For example, I feel like, no, like I said, my time zone, like, the place I live in is kind of good, because I feel like it's in between, so it's quite great. But I would say sometimes, like, because most of the creators I watch are from USA usually, sometimes they end up like streaming either very late, like starting stream late, or finishing very late, and I don't get to watch the whole thing because it gets too late here, and it's unfortunate because like it's so much more fun to watch live, right, compared to like just the VOD after. I mean, sure, you can, I still watch the VODs to see like what happened while I was away, but you know, sleep takes over, you get sleepy, and you just, sometimes I fall asleep like while I'm watching something. That's happened to me a couple of times, and then I wake up in the middle of the night and with earphones still in and wondering how I fell asleep, because I literally tell myself I'm gonna close my eyes for just a couple of moments. Never say that because you're actually gonna fall asleep. So yeah, I close my eyes for a couple moments and I end up like sleeping for like 2 hours at least, and then I wake up and realize that I didn't put my phone away and everything. I just fell asleep like that, and the video might still playing or the stream, or maybe it wouldn't. I don't really know. But yeah, I try to, if I get very sleepy, I try to not force myself to keep watching because, you know, I'll keep yawning and trying to close my eyes. So there's no point in like forcing me to keep watching. But yeah, I wonder if I would feel jet lagged if I went to a different country that has a very different time zone. Because so far, all the countries I've visited, they're only like around, usually they're behind the time here. So it's like, if it's 4 here, usually it's like 2 or 3 in some of the countries I went to. Like in France, it's like 3 now. And Greece, if I'm not wrong, and Spain, I think it's like no wait, they're ahead. What am I even saying? No, hold on. No. France is 5 right now. So for me it's 4, right? In France it's like 5, and I think Greece and Spain, for them it's like 6 right now. So ahead, not behind. I thought it was behind. I don't know why I thought that. But yeah, honestly, I prefer being behind as much as possible instead of ahead, because, well, people that live ahead, actually, you guys live in the future, so let us know if the future is looking good so far. I sure hope so. Honestly, you never really know. Sometimes I think about this, like, you never really know what can happen in the next few, like, minutes, literally, of your life. Like, one moment you're fine, one moment you're not. So things can change really quickly. That's why I'm, like, trying to kind of make the most of my life and all that. I feel like I'm positive for the most part. Like, as you can see, usually, like, I always kind of smile and, I don't know, I try to be as friendly as possible and all. And even though I do that, I do still obviously worry about things. Like, I think I will always worry. I'm kind of bad when it comes to worrying. I worry about all sorts of, like, kind of useless things that kind of I don't really have to focus on so much. But it's just because, like, I just think about them. I overthink a lot. I don't think I do as much compared to years ago. But definitely I still do it. I feel like years ago it was just worse. But then again, like I said, when you're younger, specifically, especially teenage years, you know, when you're growing into an adult slowly, you kind of, most people end up feeling like kind of awkward. You don't really know what you're doing with your life. Maybe even still, you don't know what you're doing with your life. Honestly, I still don't. Like, if I were to do like a full-time type of job, I don't know what honestly to do, because I just don't feel like anything's really exciting. I just like I enjoy doing what I'm doing now, and also I would want to do something music related as well. I feel like the jobs I want to do, you don't really study for them. It's kind of just like creative stuff, so it's different, you know. Like, it's a bit more difficult to get into them compared to if, say, you wanted to be an accountant or something like that, where you would obviously go and do a degree on it and then hope that you'll get a job after it, which usually happens. Like, here at uni, after you finish a degree, they will help you out to get employed after, so they won't just leave you with a degree and then that's it. They will help you out, or they will send you further to study more if you need to study more or something. Like, for example, being a doctor, that takes a lot of years. I could never do that though. Like, I admire people that do it, but I would never be able to. I think during games, I don't mind all the blood and gore and all that, because it's like, it's not real. It's just like, it's pixels on the screen, and I don't necessarily feel terrible for the people or anything in games, because again, they don't exist. It's just a story and all, so I don't feel that bad. But in real life, to see people injured and also having to have their lives in my hands, I don't want to do it. Like, I worry. Like, obviously you get training for long years, I just couldn't. I just don't want to see people in pain, so I would rather not. Like, in physical pain or emotional pain, I don't know. I can't. I did consider it at some point. Like, I was thinking of doing, like, maybe for pets instead, like working at the, not as a vet, because again, I can't really do surgeries. I'm not really good with, you know, seeing guts and all sorts of things like that. I can't. When I had to study that in biology, I always was like grossed out and I couldn't look. I didn't like studying anything about it, so I just couldn't do it. But for the vets, I feel like if I ever did it, I would just work as an assistant, mainly because I want to, well, take care of the pets. Again, though, there might be sad times when the pets have to be put to sleep, which I don't think I would like to see because, you know, I love animals and it is obviously very sad to see that happen, especially because then you also have like the owners, right, that also will be most likely devastated, and you know, it makes the situation like even more emotional. So I don't know. It just, I know how it feels like to lose a pet, because I lost a pet, not to death, I guess, but my pet just kind of like a year ago or something. It just, like I said, it disappeared. I've said this before, but some of you may not know. I had a cat, and well, it's not the first time I ever had a cat, but it's the first time I've ever had it since moving here. So that's been like 10 years now. And it was kind of my own cat. I was planning on getting the cat with me once I like moved out on my own, because I don't live on my own yet. But I kind of just, I was away on holiday and it disappeared one day because there was a storm going on, and it was an outdoor indoor cat. So we always had access to the inside. It came usually in the evenings to sleep inside, and then in the morning the cat would, you know, eat and then go out for a stroll, go exploring, hunting. We did have like once the cat bringing a bird inside the house. You know, like as a prize for us, I guess, because he was hunting and he decided to bring us like a meal after I came back from like work. It was, I mean, I felt bad, obviously, for the bird. Like, I know the cats, they feel very proud because they bring you something, and you're not supposed to, you know, scold them or anything. So I had to just get, like, the bird out. But I felt way too bad. I can't. That's why I was saying, I don't think I would ever have a cat that I would let outside anymore, unless it's, like, a garden that's very, like, you know, closed so that it can't escape, because I don't know what happened to my cat. After that storm, it just disappeared and I couldn't find it anymore. And it's the second time it disappeared. It escaped before a while ago, and we managed to find it. Like, a family found the cat in their garden playing with their dog, actually. The cat actually was used to playing with dogs because we also had a dog at the time. But yeah, we got the cat back. He felt very happy. He actually seemed to be a lot more clingy, I would say. Like, he seemed to want more attention because I think he was afraid while he was lost. I want to say I don't know how they survive on their own, but then again, I know cats are capable of doing that because they hunt and all sorts of things. Like, I know they're probably more capable compared to dogs on surviving by themselves. But I was still obviously very worried, and we found him like a month later. But now I honestly don't know. Sometimes I think about like if he's still out there or not. I tried again to put flyers to look for him like I did the first time around. No sign, nothing. And yeah, I just kind of ended up going through, I guess, the mourning type of stage. Like, I moved on from it. Like, I don't feel as sad now, but I definitely, last year I was definitely not feeling very great back then, because I was, you know, I only had him for about a year anyway, but I got so close to him that yeah, they do like to wander. I got so close to him that I did connect with him. So now I would get the cat again when I'm on my own, so that, you know, it doesn't accidentally escape outside or anything if there's too many people wandering around or something. And again, I would only let it outside if it's like safe to do so, like if it's closed off or something, because I don't want it to, I feel like it's safer. I know for some people it might seem a bit cruel keeping cats inside, but honestly I think it's safer for them because of the fact that there's all sorts of like wild animals out there, and then they also hunt, again, birds and things like that, which, you know, I feel bad like for the birds when, you know, they get killed. I mean, it's normal for them to hunt, like the cats, it's normal for them to do that, but I would rather protect the birds as well if possible. And it's just safe overall for the cats because they can get run over by a car, and there's just so many dangers outside. That is just better for them to be like inside and play together. And I probably would get 2 of them, honestly, so that they would play with each other, because if I'm away, so obviously not at home, at least the cat wouldn't feel lonely, like it would have a buddy to play with. And I heard they might, if they have a body to play with, they might not cause as much trouble in the house. Obviously, that's not guaranteed, but I feel like from what I've read, people always recommend getting two of them so that they can keep each other company, you know, cuddle with each other and just always be together, basically, be besties. And yeah, I would probably get two from the very beginning. Like, I wouldn't get one, wait for it to grow, and then another one, because that can be quite difficult to introduce a new cat. So I probably just would get them together. I think two is my max, though. I wouldn't have too many, because then I'm gonna have a house full of cats all over the place. But yeah, also specifically cats, I know there's a lot of dog lovers out there, because for me, based on my lifestyle, like I said, I prefer being indoors. So I prefer doing things like watching movies maybe with friends, or I do like going out as well, obviously, but I don't like it maybe as much as being inside, for example. And because I do most things, like if I work from home, obviously it makes more sense for me to be inside. With a dog, it's good because it forces you to go outside more often and walk, and I guess interact with other dog owners. But I think walking every single day, I probably wouldn't have the time for that or the motivation to do it. And I did it for like a couple of months or so, and like I said, it was good exercise. It was forcing me to go out and walk. But at the same time, I feel like it was too much for me, so I still prefer just having cats overall. And you know what's strange? I was literally a dog person before having both. So once I ended up having a dog and a cat, I realized I think that for my personality, cats are a lot better. And now what people say about cats being cold is actually not very true. They may be cold to strangers, but honestly, they can be very cuddly. Like, at least the cat I had loved like being hugged, even picked up. I would pick him up and he would just stay there, and he always like followed us around. He was like, he loved us. Like, he was definitely affectionate. So I think it just depends on the cat. It's like a personality thing. Some people are more affectionate, some people are not. Also, for me, I feel like that, you know, cats are more independent, which is good for me as well, because I'm also independent. So for example, I don't crave attention, for example, all the time like dogs usually do, which, you know, they will always follow you around and they always want to be with you. With some people like that, but personally I do like being on my own, you know, to be with my own thoughts and all that. So that's why I'm saying, like, with cats, I think it's just like they just have their own like personal space, so sometimes they don't mind that being invaded, sometimes they don't. So it's kind of like humans in a way. Like, I'm sure some of you guys at least know what I mean. And even if you're on the extroverted side, like you love interacting with people and chatting, which I know people that do. I know also extroverted people feel the need to also be alone at times, especially after a long day of like chatting with everybody. You do want to be, you know, on your own. For me, it's more often that I want to be alone, and it's not like because I don't like anybody. It's not that. It's just that I get to like think, I guess, through like, I don't know, what I'm doing with my life and all sorts of things. Like, I get to be on my own and just kind of figure out things. But yeah, I prefer both, honestly. If I'm being completely honest now, I was thinking about this yesterday. I don't really have many friends. Like I said, I have one friend that's kind of far from where I am, so she's all the way in Canada, so that's far away. We met online and we've known each other for like 7 years now, I think, so it's quite a long time. And we're like besties, so we definitely get along really, really well. But the problem is, obviously, there's a huge distance, so we don't obviously get to hang out in real life, and hopefully one day though we'll manage to do so, but for now we don't. So that's about it. I always kind of struggled to have friendships ever since I moved here. Like, when I was younger, I did used to have a lot of friends. Like, I feel like a lot of people wanted to be friends compared to when I moved here. When I moved here, I was kind of more on the lonelier side. Like, I barely managed to make friends in high school. Like, I was invited to this group one time to hang out with them, but I felt like such an outsider because, firstly, I didn't really know English that well back then. Like, now, obviously, I'm fluent in it. If I wasn't fluent, I would be struggling to talk to you guys. But I was obviously a lot more on my own. Like I kind of just left the group because, like I said, I feel like I didn't fit in, and I didn't just want to be there just because. So I ended up hanging out on my own quite a lot, and I felt kind of lonely back then. This is like me talking about like history and all that, but what I'm saying is I feel like most of the time I just feel like I don't fit in anywhere, or at least that's how I felt back then. Even now, I feel like if I go in a Discord server or something, like a random one, let's say, and I try to start talking to people, I still feel like maybe I don't fit in or something, or I don't know if people like me or not. So yeah, I've always felt like kind of an outsider. That's why with like streaming and all this, and having you guys here, it's kind of different in a way, because I feel like I'm not forcing anybody to be here like on stream or watch my videos or anything like that. Like you guys are doing that like because you guys want to. So basically I'm being here with you guys that I guess we have similar personalities, so I don't really know how to explain it, but basically I feel like it's different, and it's definitely helped in like me, I guess, having some company, because I don't do, like I said, except for my family, I don't think I socialize much with anyone else. So I feel like streaming helps a lot. And if I'm being honest, I know I'm repeating that a lot. A lot of people that stream, most of the time are, really into video games and also feel lonely. Like some of my favorite streamers, for example, started streaming because they didn't really have anyone to talk to, and they always were hanging out on their own playing games. And obviously, if you hang out playing games all day, you're not really gonna socialize with anyone outside. Like you're gonna be locked up inside playing all day, so you don't really get the chance to actually socialize. So that's why I was saying like streaming. This is like another reason I started doing it, because I kind of wanted like to have company and interact with people, because in real life it doesn't happen that much. So thank you guys for being here. But yeah, it is difficult to make friends as you grow up. I will say, I thought people were just saying that, but it kind of is. And honestly, I never had any arguments or anything with like friends. I think we just split up like all of a sudden. Like if we were in school, some people go to uni, some don't, some move away, some don't, everyone kind of moves on with their lives. I would say I've heard this thing though, if you make friends as an older person, and by older person I mean as an adult, if you do manage to make friends, even though it's harder, you will make like really deep connections with each other, which is amazing. Because honestly, I really love when I connect with someone, because sometimes I see people like that I think are cool and I want to interact with them, but I don't really, because I don't know, I don't want to bother them or anything. This is like in real life, for example. I want to just walk up to someone and be like, oh, do you want to hang out or something? I wish I could, because I've seen cool people before and I wanted to I wanted to do it, but I just didn't end up doing so, because like I said, I worried about like not bothering them. Now I feel like maybe I don't as much, because of the fact that I feel like I will be able to kind of just tell if a person doesn't want me around, because usually you can tell by the body language or the way they talk that if they're not really bothered to interact with you. For example, I think something that's quite clear for me, at least, it's if the person's barely interacting with you. So if you ask them questions and they just answer with like yes and no, and they don't really go into detail or ask you questions back or anything like that, it kind of does feel like maybe the person doesn't really want to necessarily chat with you. But obviously most people will not tell you to go away, so they will just try to be nice, but you can kind of tell sometimes if they will chat with you or not. Obviously this depends on the person though. Like if it's someone that's really shy, then I can also tell usually that they're nervous or something, so obviously that's different. Maybe they're nervous to talk to you, but they do want to be friends or something, so it really depends. I don't even know how you make friends nowadays. When you're an adult, how do you guys make friends? Except for online, because I don't know. They will show you, yeah. I feel like as an adult, like the only way I can see it is through Discord, through Twitch as well, like just online. But again, the problem online is we're not living close together at all. So That's the only issue with that. We're all from different countries, which is actually really nice because, you know, different culture, diversity, and all that. But it's, you know, too far away and different time zones and all sorts of things like that. So, um, but yeah, I don't know how you make friends. Like, I don't know where you go. I guess you could go to one of those like internet cafe type of places if you're into gaming, obviously. I know there are some people that watch Twitch even though they don't really play video games, and I found out that recently actually. It's quite interesting. I don't know, I went on Twitch because, well, I wanted to watch streamers. Actually, the reason I ever found out about Twitch is because I was watching this person on YouTube do like gameplays, and then she mentioned that she was gonna stream somewhere, so Twitch, that's where the somewhere was, and that was 3 years ago. And then I made an account and just started watching, and then I got into like more streamers and just ended up watching a lot. And then obviously I got to here where I'm also streaming now and realized that, like I said, recording is not as fun. If any of you guys ever decide, if you haven't already, to create like content and all that, I feel weird kind of saying it because like I'm doing all this for fun. It's not my job or anything, like streaming, YouTube, uploading every day and all that. I'm doing it for fun because I kind of just got used to it and got used to having it in my life, and I don't feel like stopping. But I don't know, I've done it like for a while, and I feel like without it I would feel kind of empty, like, and like I said, I already bought all this equipment, so I might as well continue. But yeah, I'm doing like this for fun, and that's why when I say like, oh, make content or something like that or anything, I'm doing this because I want to, because I'm having fun, not because like anyone's forcing me to or anything like that. But yeah, I would definitely say if you haven't started streaming yet or making content creation, if you start with recording, there will be no difference yet, at least. But I think I started with recording a while ago. Well, I don't even know. Sometimes I try to explain things and I feel like I confuse you guys more. I started streaming, I think 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago with Genshin, you know, and that was on 16th of February. That's my anniversary, Twitch anniversary, by the way, so 16th of February. I'm gonna try to think of something that I could do on that day. I'm not really sure what exactly. 2 days later, I'm leaving for a holiday, so it's actually perfect because I was worried that I wouldn't be here for the anniversary. I feel like I could just do something, I guess, community related that we can play together, right? Like, you don't have to be on call with me or anything, honestly. Like, whatever you guys feel comfortable with. But I was thinking like something like that. I just don't really know what. I mean, the only games I can think of are, well, fun games. Let's not think of stressful games. Stressful games, I would say Valorant, for example. That's not fun. That's stressful. So, I don't know. I guess community games, like, I would be up to playing Fortnite, I guess. I feel like Fortnite can be fun, right? Uh, Fortnite, some other, I guess have you ever heard of the crab game? I wanted to play crab game and I went into like a different server, completely random server, and there were a lot of, you know, obviously like random people, but I didn't really like it. I prefer playing like with, I don't know, people that I knew in real life instead. But if I played with you guys, it would be different. I feel like it was a kind of goofy game, so I don't know, it can be. I guess I'm just gonna look into it. This is in February though, so it's quite a while from now. I guess to do something special, or maybe I'll watch something, or maybe both. I don't know, something like diversity instead of maybe just playing through a game or something. Because I don't know, I feel like even though playing through games and all that is fun, I know someone last time asked me if I could do like a stream where it's kind of just chatting, and it feels like today is going to be mainly chatting instead of playing. I will be playing in a few months before it gets to the 2-hour mark, hopefully. But yeah, I don't know, if you guys are interested, I can do that. Once I move out on my own though, I can also do more cooking streams. Now I'm not a professional like chef or anything. Like I will be using recipes, so there won't be there won't be like any, I guess, meals maybe that, actually no, there would be. I'm kind of still like learning how to make certain things or trying new stuff, so I don't know. Right now I can't really do it because there's always like people around the kitchen and everywhere, so I can't really do it unless I'm on my own for a couple times. I did one cooking stream a long time ago. Um, it's still on YouTube, I think, the stream. Yeah, it is still on YouTube, and it was like I don't know if it was at the beginning of this year, but I think it was around summer. Yeah, I think it was around summer, and I was cooking cinnamon rolls and mushroom pasta. They ended up quite nice, actually. Also, welcome back, Rat Arcade. Um, yeah, so I would do more of those. They can be a bit strange. Like, I don't know, I don't want the cooking streams to be boring if I do them, because I probably wouldn't be ranting as much as I am now, because obviously I have to, like, I don't know, cut some onions and cry or something from cutting them or something. But yeah, I would definitely try more, I guess, diversity. But again, I would probably want to be living on my own first, so that I have like pretty much the whole house to be able to use, I guess. Another thing I considered is doing just dance. Like literally just to force myself to exercise more by dancing, even though again it's gonna be awkward for me and embarrassing, but then again I'm not a professional dancer or anything, and the game is for fun, so it's okay. Oh no, is this singing? I honestly, I would give you advice on like how to like fix it, I guess, like your tongue, but I have no idea. But usually what happens is I burn my tongue and then all I end up saying is ow, it hurts. I hope it heals. I think it does heal in about a week at least, so maybe sooner, I'm not really sure. I actually dislike when things are way too hot. Like with tea, when I have a cold, you know, when I'm sick, people always tell me you have to have a hot drink to, I guess, feel better. But what I end up doing actually is I end up like waiting until it's kind of like warm instead of hot, and then I drink it. So that doesn't really count because it's already too cold to actually drink. So yeah, it's not the way I'm supposed to do it, but I just prefer not to burn like my mouth. Same with food as well. I don't like when it's too hot. Like soups, for example, can be very hot, especially after, you know, you stop like the stove. And if you try to eat straight away, it's gonna be burning. And some foods will be hotter compared to others. For example, pasta specifically cools off really quickly. Like you don't have to worry about it too much. But some other foods, like I guess maybe lasagna, although I don't have it these days anymore because I don't eat like beef. I think that one does take a while to cool off based on like the layers, cheese. Does it have cheese? I think it does have cheese, the beef and everything, right? I'm not vegetarian or vegan or anything, but I kind of just eat fish, chicken, turkey, kind of that's it really. I used to eat anything really before, like beef and pork specifically, not really anything. I never ate like horse meat or I don't know, some other type of random meat, but I used to like kind of just eat. Sometimes I consider starting to again, but at the same time, I feel like my body is used to not eating anything too heavy, because one of the reasons I kind of gave up eating it was because I'm not that into meat that much. I still like it, therefore I don't know if I would give it up. Like chicken specifically tastes so good like in so many meals, and I have it quite frequently in different types of meals, so I probably wouldn't like giving up. I can see myself, I guess, trying to be vegetarian, but I feel like at the same time I wouldn't. And if I was vegetarian, I probably would be vegetarian for like a couple of weeks and then I would go back to meat. Because sometimes I actually don't feel like having any meat at all and just veggies. But sometimes I don't want to have it. So that's why, I don't know. You think chicken's the best meat? I'm actually surprised. I feel like a lot of people prefer other meats instead. I feel like chicken is a good one because, you know, you still have protein and all that, and it's not too fatty, so it doesn't have like, it doesn't take as long, I think, to digest as other meats, and it's a bit on the healthier side because it doesn't have as much fat compared to like other heavier meats. But yeah, as a kid I used to eat more, I think. Not when I was really young though. When I was really young I used to eat almost nothing, honestly. Like I barely ate as a kid. I eat a lot more things now, but I was very picky as a kid. I always ate the same things, and honestly, it wasn't much. Now I'm more willing to try new things, especially if it's like if I know it's something that doesn't necessarily have meat in it, I'll for sure try. Sometimes chicken can also taste weird in certain things, like it feels like it doesn't match the like meal or something. Or sometimes you will eat something and then there will be something hard, like a bone or I don't know what it is in the meat. I had this dumpling once, and I usually like chicken dumplings, and I put them in soy sauce and they're very nice. But it had this like hard bit inside, and I think it was from the meat, and I ended up being so grossed out that I kept thinking about it. I like your teeth like literally go against it, and you can't munch on it. You just have to like kind of swallow it. It felt like a bone, but I don't really know what it was. I didn't like that feeling at all. I don't like when that happens. Maybe it was. I don't know. It was very hard. Like I couldn't like munch it. So I guess maybe it was. But when that happens, I get a bit grossed out because I don't like the feeling of like how the teeth feel against like whatever that thing was. So that's why sometimes I'm unsure with certain meals that have meat. Also, chicken can taste very different based on like how you make it. I remember the first time I cooked chicken, I wasn't used to the texture. Like when I touched the chicken, it has like a very strange texture. It's like soft and I don't know, it's weird. If you haven't touched it before, you might not know what I'm talking about because I don't know how to explain it, but it is something like, I don't know, the texture was weird. But the second time I did it again, I feel like I was used to it, so I didn't mind it as much anymore. But yeah, I heard some people say when they cook, they're vegetarian, so they will eat meat, but if they have to cook it, they will just not do it. And I thought that would apply for me, but luckily I can still do chicken, so that's fine. And obviously fish. Like fish usually is, I guess, salmon, tuna, and cod as well, I think. Like we buy, usually it's like without bones, because, bones can be quite annoying to have to pick out. Especially when you think that, oh, you picked out all of them and then you start munching again and you get like a bone out of nowhere. But yeah, oh, and sushi, yeah. Sushi usually, it has salmon, right? I had it with like tuna as well, or onigiri as well. Onigiri, I think that one I also had, but it's kind of like sushi anyway. It's just, I guess, bigger maybe. It's very similar though. I love sushi though. It's very nice. Like I think, like I said, usually has salmon. I had the ones with like salmon, I think, cucumber inside, and mayo. Do you guys know Kewpie mayo? Because the mayo here where I live, like, it's good, but when I tried the Kewpie one, it's actually so much better. Yeah, Kewpie or I don't know how you say it. I think it's Asian, right? Yeah, it is. I think Japanese. It's really good. Like it tastes really great compared to like the ordinary mayo that we get here. So I prefer using it if possible. Like I just go to the Asian shop and get that because it's a lot better compared to the ones you get here. Or if you can make it like at home, but I never try to make mayo at home. I feel like it would be a lot of effort. Also, I probably would prefer to have the eggs for other things. By the way, what type of eggs do you guys like eating? Like poached egg, scrambled, fried egg? It's a random question, but I'm just curious. Like I'm just throwing random things out there. For me, I would say a few years back I preferred scrambled egg all the time. Now I've really been into fried eggs, which a while ago I was actually kind of a bit grossed by the fried egg, and mainly like the yolk, I think it is, but the yellow part. I thought it was like, it tasted very strongly, so I didn't really like it that much. But now I feel like it's delicious. I don't know. I just put a bit of like tomato sauce over it, and then I have it with like some bread, and it just tastes very nice. And then if you have avocado as well, again, it tastes great. I haven't had scrambled egg in a while. I've tried recently omelette. I feel like omelette for me doesn't taste as good. I thought it was better because I tried adding like some ham to it and all sorts of things, but I didn't like it that much compared to scrambled and fried. So I feel like my go-to would be definitely scrambled and fried. And then boiled egg, I swear I had a few days ago boiled egg for the first time ever, because I know it may be surprising, but because when you boil an egg, it stinks so much. I never wanted to ever try it because of that. So I don't think I ever had one because of that reason. Unless I had one when I was a kid and I just don't remember. But it didn't taste bad or anything. I mean, it was kind of mixed with other things. So it wasn't boiled egg on its own. And a lot of people people that I know in my family eat boiled eggs with mustard usually. I should try that and see if I like it. But so far I would say I would eat scrambled and fried eggs for the most part. That's what I would make them. And obviously you kind of eat eggs in a lot of things though, guys. Like, I don't know, desserts. They always usually have eggs, and a lot of meals usually have them. So yeah, eggs are kind of like popular, I'm gonna say. That's why I'm saying I would never be able to be vegan. I look up to people that can be, because I feel like you have to stay away from so many things, such as like milk and cheese specifically. I feel like vegan cheese in general, a lot of vegans also say that it's not that great, like vegan cheese. For milk, I guess you can do soya, right? Soya milk, oat milk, I think also works. So there are options for those, but I personally wouldn't be able to be vegan. As much as like I appreciate obviously like not harming animals and all that, I feel like I could definitely try to be vegetarian more compared to vegan. I feel like being vegan, like the vegan life is just too difficult. For me at least. I don't think I would be able to do it, so I guess it's not for me. But vegetarian, I could definitely like, I would be up to, let's say, the challenge, if it would be a challenge. I mean, I think I would just miss the taste of like chicken sometimes. Fish I'm not like obsessed with. I'm not obsessed with chicken either, but I feel like I eat chicken a lot more often in my meals compared to fish. So yeah, I don't know. It would be more difficult to stay away from compared to everything. But yeah, vegan, there's just so many things that have, you know, things from animals in them that it would be just difficult for me to do it, I guess. And again, it's easier to stay away from things that are like, I guess, things that don't have meat, right? Because you're gonna know, like, if you look for desserts, you're gonna see exactly like, desserts usually don't have meat in them, so you're just gonna know. But it definitely, most desserts probably won't be vegan, so you would have to, you know, kind of do more research. And like, and by research I mean go into the store and kind of look at the ingredients and see, unless it has a label that already says like it's vegan or not. I would say sometimes things will have gelatin in them, and it's not necessarily gummies, because I'm not a big candy fan. I would rather have like, in terms of sweets, I'm a bigger fan of chocolate, like milk chocolate for the most part. I don't like white chocolate at all. So I like milk chocolate. I know dark chocolate is the healthiest. I don't mind it, but I'm not a big fan of bitter things. I just I taste, when I taste bitter stuff, I just don't like it at all. So I don't know. It would be nice to have it more often, I guess, because it's like healthier compared to milk chocolate. But the worst one is definitely white chocolate, and I'm glad, because my favorite is milk one, and white chocolate I just don't really like the taste. I don't know, I don't care about it much. I can stay away from it, so it's no problem. But yeah, anyway, just like with anything though, like, even if you want to eat healthy and all that, it's okay to have something unhealthy from time to time, like let's say a donut, for example. As long as obviously you're not having that every single day, and it also depends like on the portion that you're having. So if you're having a lot, then obviously that's going to become unhealthy. If it's something that you have from time to time, then it's a good thing. Because for example, for me, I don't have every single day a snack or dessert or anything like that. I usually just eat my meals, and that's about it. Sometimes I feel like having a dessert or something after a meal. I would say I'm definitely more into pastries though. If you make something with pastry, dessert related, like the cinnamon rolls I said, croissants, things like that, I will definitely want some. Like, I love pastry stuff, and it's not necessarily healthy in any way, but I love them a lot. And like I said, chocolate as well. But with candy, most of the time I will skip candy, because I don't like it that much. And it's a good thing, because, well, it's unhealthy fully. Like, sure, all of them are unhealthy, but at least other things like pancakes and all that have some egg, I guess, in them, and some other things, so it's not, I guess, fully unhealthy. Again, it's not healthy. None of them are healthy. But I feel like candy is like completely, you know, artificial. So that's why. Same with soda and all that, which I don't drink. That's why I was saying I drink water for the most part. If I don't drink water, it's probably tea sometimes, and it's black tea. And I don't like putting like a lot of sugar in it either. I would prefer to use honey in tea, but I don't know if you guys know, but if you put honey in your tea when the tea is really hot, it's actually toxic. I found this out like from one of my family members. They told me about it, and ever since then, I try not to, you know, I try to let the tea cool off before I can put honey. But sometimes I can't be bothered, and I just ended up using sugar, which, again, honey is healthier compared to sugar, because sugar is like artificial, right? So it is better. And usually if you want to stay healthy, I guess you get brown sugar instead. I don't have a preference between brown and white sugar, by the way. Like, I don't really care. I feel like they taste the same. Because I know some people like do have a preference, but for me it's like, I guess I'll use brown because it seems to be the healthier option. But I don't know. For some desserts though, like if you bake something, you can't really use honey though. So yeah, I feel like you still have to use it. Again, you can have anything you want out there. It just depends like on how much you have and how often you have it. Because you can be, you know, you can work out and be really fit and all that, but that doesn't mean that you're not allowed to treat yourself to something that you really want and something you really enjoyed, or I don't know. Because I was thinking if I did that, if I started going to the gym, I would obviously want to also have a good diet where I don't like eat anything that's considered garbage, basically. So mainly just stick to like obviously protein, veggies a bunch and things like that, which I already have, but I would probably have a lot more compared to like now. For example, I love pasta, but pasta is not necessarily a healthy meal. So I would probably have like less of that. Well, I don't have it too often anyway. I just have it from time to time, but I definitely love having it whatever I am having. And I don't have a favorite. It can be like white sauce, red sauce, any type, honestly. Both are really good. I think I prefer red sauce more, but it really depends. There are so many pastas out there. I haven't tried all of them, obviously. Some of them, like I said, I can't try because I don't eat like certain meats anymore. But anything that has chicken or fish in it, I'll try. I guess I haven't tried with prawns actually. I don't know, seafood for me, I don't think I would go to a like I went once to a restaurant that was only selling fish, and I didn't really know what to order honestly, because I do eat fish, but I'm not like, I don't eat it frequently, and I didn't try that many different fish to actually know. And what I did try, they didn't have on the menu, so I ended up ordering this thing, like this fish that actually tasted great with some veggies. I think they were like boiled potatoes or something with carrots and some other things, like they were all like boiled or something. So it was like healthier compared to like if they were fried. And then there was some zucchini with tuna or something on it, and I think it was the first time I tried zucchini. It tasted good though. I don't know. I feel like if I were to go to a restaurant, fish restaurant wouldn't be my first choice. I prefer going to like a general restaurant where it has like multiple things and you can just like, you know, salads, pizza, all sorts of things, and you can just choose whatever you want from it. But I definitely wouldn't choose a fish one, that's for sure. We kind of just went there because I was just tagging along. I didn't really decide on going there. I was, like I said, I was just tagging along. But yeah, it was at least I found something that I enjoyed like eating, because I don't know. I also went once to this restaurant where we all ended up actually being quite disappointed with it because the food was not really that great, or like someone ordered like someone that I was with ordered like this meat thing, beef I think, and it was a big chunk of meat that wasn't cooked very well, and also there was like some thrown whole potatoes, like they weren't cut or anything, they were just like thrown potatoes, like boiled or something on the plate, and that's about it. So, and it's weird because like the restaurant was, I don't know, people on the reviews it said that it was really good, but we didn't really enjoy it. And then what I had is I ordered something with chicken, but it ended up being something different than I was expecting. I still ate it, like I was fine with it, but it was too much. I just like I got full and I couldn't be bothered with it. So yeah, I don't know. So sometimes you can't trust reviews. But yeah, it's good to try though. it's good to try to see like if you'll enjoy it or not, because it can be different. Yeah, honey becomes toxic with hot tea. So that's some. I think I've also researched this online, and it said the same thing. I don't really know why. I guess it's like the way it mixes with each other or something. It can be like toxic. That's why you kind of have to let the tea cool off a bit and then add the honey to it. Sometimes over easy. Sorry, I'm going like over the scrambled eggs again, like the over the chats, like on both of YouTube and Twitch. But yeah. Anyway, it's almost the 2-hour mark. Probably will hydrate now and get the game going and go through before I run out of energy because I end up chatting instead. But you don't really get from me, I guess, that much chatting, so I guess it's okay. But maybe I will be doing that MBTI thing either next time or maybe after the next stream or something, like at some point. It can be done anytime, really. It's not something that we have to do like, I don't know, months from now or ASAP or anything like that, because I'm kind of just curious to see what I get, but I'm quite sure I'm still gonna get the same thing, because the past few times I did it, I got the same thing. And the last time I did it, I think it was 2 years ago, and I don't think I changed that much, except for the fact that I'm more social, maybe. Like I have better social skills compared to how I used to be, but I don't think that's gonna affect necessarily the answers. So I could do something like that, and I don't even know what after, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't know if I would be playing Final Fantasy or just playing or watching something random. I have to think about that, because the test is not gonna take, I don't know, 3 hours. Like, it's literally gonna take probably like 20 minutes, and then me ranting through it, maybe half an hour to maybe an hour. But that's about it, really. But yeah, I am currently on NFJ, so we'll see if I'll still be the same. I'm hoping yeah, because then it means I haven't necessarily changed. But it would be surprising if I get something else. I don't know, because it's been a while. I don't know if it ever changes. If I get again the same thing, honestly, I don't know if it's worth ever doing it ever again, because I get the same answer every time. So what would be the point? Yeah, maybe they bought the reviews. Just like you get on Twitch with viewers. When I was streaming at the beginning, it still happens, but now I think it might be because I ended up blocking some words on Twitch. So I blocked the terms of like cheap viewers and all that. I was getting a lot of bots that were linking. My links are blocked off right now, so the only people that can send links are VIPs or mods. So that's about it. So for some of you guys, links will not work. On Twitch specifically, I mean. YouTube, I can't really control YouTube as much as Twitch, unfortunately. Because I remember there was someone once when I was playing Elden Ring, I think, was being kind of mean on YouTube for no reason, because I was struggling like on this fight, and they were like kind of like ruining the vibes like for everyone else in chat, and I ended up like wanting to like ban them, but really I couldn't ban them. I could only time them out on YouTube. It doesn't seem like it lets me ban anyone on YouTube, which I think is not a good thing, because what if, you know, those people show up again and they bother you again, and, you know, it can be tiring to have to deal with them frequently. They didn't show up again, but I'm just saying for people that want to troll around, then yeah, it can be an issue. But on Twitch, like I said, Twitch is so much better for live streaming compared to YouTube. I would say, though, if you start live streaming, though, I'm not like, I don't know if I'm necessarily on the level where I can give advice. Like, I've been doing it for some time, but I'm not like, I don't know, professional. I'm not as, I don't know, I don't know how to explain it. But what I want to say is, if you want to grow on Twitch, it's actually very difficult. Like, just a couple of months ago, actually, I think, like around January last year at least, when I started to properly stream, I think I was on my own most of the time, so nobody was ever really chatting. Or maybe there were people like lurking, which I always also appreciate. But there was nobody really chatting. But I never had a problem like with, you know, not being able to still talk even though there's nobody like chatting, because I kind of just ramble to myself. So that's a good thing. Like, it keeps me going. I was never affected by that, because I've seen, for example, people that usually interact only when there's someone like shows up in chat, and sometimes, you know, the streams are delayed, so if someone new shows up in your chat and, you know, sees you not talking or doing much, it might be a bit boring, so they might end up leaving. For me, I'm just good at talking to myself, so that's why I was not like affected by if people chatted or not. Now I would say, thanks to you guys, it's very different. Now I actually get to interact with you guys, so it's not just me rambling to myself anymore. Even before, I think it was definitely, there were definitely lurkers, that's for sure. But there was nobody else like chatting. And like I said, I personally don't chat in other people's streams because usually I don't know what to say. Like, when I watch the gameplay or anything, I just don't know what to rant about. So that's why I usually am a lurker myself. So yeah, anyway, where I was going with this is the fact that growing on Twitch is a lot harder compared to growing on any other platform, I guess. Like, YouTube can also be hard. Like, I'm saying this for anyone, like I said, I'm not successful or anything like that, but I feel happy with like where I'm at right now. But I think definitely if you start, it is gonna be a long like grind, and you have to enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy doing it, you're probably gonna give up like quite soon. And it is definitely, oh, thank you. Thank you, Rat Arcade, I appreciate it. No, I'm just saying in general, because I know I've heard a lot of people, like, I've seen actually, not yesterday, but I think the day before, I've seen someone say like they wish they could do it as a job, or they wish they could also do it as well. Not necessarily as a job, but just in general, but they thought that, you know, people might not like them and they will annoy them instead. And I was thinking, there's so many people out there, I'm sure you're bound to find people that will also, you know, like you. So sure, not everyone will like you, and that's okay, but there's literally probably billions of people out there, so there is at least one person that's gonna like you. So I definitely think, like, if you think about it starting, if there's any of you that are thinking about it, or any of you that are gonna watch the VOD from YouTube maybe, or Twitch as well, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely think it's better to do both, like start and socializing on different platforms as well, because Twitch is not that great with discovery. Like, you will not really get discovered on Twitch that well. It really depends on the games you play. When I played Bloodborne, for example, I had a lot of people show up when I was playing that. I think that was the first game ever that kind of allowed me to meet like more people. It was quite a popular one, and it's a bit unfortunate because I didn't enjoy Bloodborne as much as I thought I would. I did have fun with it. I think the combat is better compared to Elden Ring, honestly. But Elden Ring overall was better with everything else compared to Bloodborne. So Bloodborne, I just like the combat for the most part. And the music, but I also like the music in Elden Ring, so it's the same. But yeah, that was like kind of a long time ago now when I played Bloodborne, and I actually did manage to finish through that one as a Souls game. Actually, it was an easy Souls game. I didn't play through the DLC though, because I think I was like kind of getting tired of the game, and I wasn't really that into it, so I was like, I might as well just finish the game. But that's about it, really. I don't know, overall I was saying that you should definitely try doing this if you want to do it, because it is fun, and it will be weird at the beginning. When I started streaming the first time, obviously I was on my own. There was nobody at all, because it was my first ever stream, so I don't really know. I feel like after a couple of weeks, there were some people that showed up for streams for Genshin Impact specifically. Some of you guys know already about Genshin, right? I still have some of my old, I think, clips here on Twitch with when I was playing either Valorant or Genshin, like they're very old ones. And some of you guys are still here all the way from back then, which is ages ago, quite literally. So yeah, but so far you didn't miss too much. Like when I started, I was playing Genshin for a couple of months, and then later on I ended up taking a long break. I wasn't really regular with it, basically. I was streaming every other day like now, but I wasn't doing it properly like I am now, where I'm like a lot more active everywhere, I feel like. But yeah, anyway, once again, if you plan on doing any of it, if you're interested, I know some people are not interested. For me, I've always wanted to do something on the entertainment side, so that's why I did like the course with acting. I ended up just wanted to do it so that I would experience being on stage and all that, and honestly I had a lot of fun. Like, sure, I was very nervous, like behind the curtains I was shaking before going on stage. It was quite terrible, but I did enjoy it a lot in the end. So I always felt like I wanted to do something entertaining. I don't know why. I always felt this since I was like, I don't know, 12 or something. I've always felt like that's what I wanted to do. And again, if I end up doing it, like for example, music, it would probably be, maybe I would become a DJ or something, and then I can do DJ stuff for you guys. I don't know. I could see myself doing that because I do listen to like house music and stuff like that. I do listen to a lot. I know I might not look like it. Maybe I look like I listen to like calm music, maybe classical, maybe something like that. I don't know. But I do like upbeat music quite a lot. So I would probably like, if I ever went to a club, I still haven't encountered, like I haven't went to a club yet because like I said, I don't really have friends in real life to go with, so I haven't managed to actually go. If I went, I would mainly just go for the music, so I can listen to the music, not for drinking, because again, I don't really drink. If I do, it's like something small, or it's from time to time. It's not something I usually do. Like usually I'm fine with just having, I don't know, a soda or something else instead. But yeah, I don't know. I would just go for the music. So I would do music like DJ because I listen to the music that's kind of like that, like techno, house, whatever. I would kind of want to do that. Obviously, I don't really. I'm saying that now. Like I could definitely do it, but then if I had to perform in a venue, I don't know how I would feel because I'm streaming to you guys now, and in a way, I am like, let's say, performing. I don't know. Like I guess I am in a way. Obviously, this is more personal because I get to like talk about my life with you guys, and also you guys interact with me compared to in a concert type of setting. But I think with what am I even saying? Oh, with the venues, I feel like it is probably more intimidating because I know all people that don't know you also like show up to like listen to the music and have a good time, and you have to like entertain them. And obviously, I've seen all sorts of DJs. Like I've seen the ones that know how to entertain a crowd. See, I'm barely like able to talk anymore. That's why I need to start playing soon so that I I won't lose my ability to talk. But yeah, I would try to do that. And with crowds, like I was saying, sometimes I lose my train of thought. That's why I kind of go over it again. Yeah, DJ Tiny in the house. I don't know what name I would give myself though, because I probably wouldn't call myself Tiny. Tiny, I would keep it just for like, just what I'm doing now, like streams and all that. Sometimes I considered changing it to my real name, like my username. But I felt like Tiny, when I chose it, was kind of nice, and it kind of represents me on like who I am, because I am quite short. Do I give tall energy or short energy vibes? But I feel like, I mean, I would say short because I know I'm quite short. Like I'm 5'3", so I feel like I'm average height for most women here. Actually, are 5'3", so but I am quite short, so 5'3" is like nothing. It's not tall at all. I've seen shorter though. I've always wanted to be on the taller side, but unfortunately I was not blessed with that, so it's okay. Yeah, I think it's like average, or maybe a bit below average. But I'm not extremely short. Like I'm not, really, really short, which I'm happy about because I didn't want to be like very, very short. Thing is, I called myself tiny because like my hands, you can't really see them. Maybe in real life you'll be able to. Almost always, actually, almost always, everyone, their hands are a lot bigger than mine. So mine are like actually really small, and so are my feet. My feet are actually a problem because it's hard for me to find shoes that fit. They're always too big. So I don't really know where to shop from. I'm guessing, I've read that shopping at like Asian shops works out because Asians apparently have like smaller sizes, so it might be better for me. But that's why I chose the tiny in the username. And then light, I just, because I wanted to like, I don't know, brighten people's day and be with them and all that. That's why I chose it. But actually, I don't mind being called Tiny or Alex, because those are two nicknames I go by. So a lot of people call me Alex, like when I was in school, because my original name can be quite difficult to pronounce, so a lot of people just end up calling me Alex. So obviously my name is not Tiny or anything, but I don't mind being called that or Alex. So it really depends on you guys, like what you want to call me. Or maybe come up with your own nicknames if you want, I don't know. But yeah, I can go by both. I think with Tiny, I definitely have to get used to it more, because nobody in real life ever calls me that. So I do have, like, if someone ever called me that, I would think of myself, because I've heard, like, people say the word before, and I've thought of myself, but again, nobody calls me that, so it is different. That's why I considered, like, maybe I would change my name, but honestly, I feel like it's kind of... I started with this username, and I kind of want to just keep it. And for DJ, I would just change my username to... something, I don't really know, something cool, I guess. I don't know what though. Like, it seems like everyone has cool names for a DJ. I wouldn't have Tiny again though. I probably would have like some other one. I probably wouldn't use my... I think if I use my real name, it would be if I made a vlog type of channel, which I don't travel enough now to be able to actually create that. Like, if I travel once a year, I feel like it's not enough. Also, it can be a lot of, like, having a lot of channels, it can be a lot of work, like, handling so many. Especially, like, with the vlog one, I feel like you have to travel quite often, or show people, I guess, the life that you have, even though, again, I'm mainly inside. Like, I prefer being indoors and not doing that much outside, so what am I gonna record? Just me chilling with games inside? So that's why I'm saying, it is different, but I don't know. I'm hoping I will be able to someday do something music related though. I don't know. I used to want to do like singing and all that. I'm not like good at singing or anything. I could try to do vocal lessons and try to practice my voice or something. Because I thought like, oh, I could try to write songs and then talk about my feelings or something like that. But then, I don't know. I mean, I would do it all by myself. So I would try to create things on my own. And I probably like these are just like random thoughts, really. It's not something like I aspire to be or anything like that. It's more like something I would experiment with for the fun of it, just to say that, hey, I did this, which I've been thinking about. Just like it was with streaming and YouTube. I think I would have regretted if I didn't continue doing it, because I remember when I took that long break after streaming, and I thought that I probably won't come back. I ended up feeling like guilty kind of every day. So not because like I was like missing necessarily like being here with people and all, or I felt like I had to be here or anything, but I just felt like I wanted to do it and not regret it. Like I just wanted to end up, I don't know. I don't want to have regrets basically. So that's all. That I know some people like will have regrets if they don't do certain things, and that's why I think everyone should try to do whatever they want to do out there. I know it can be very difficult, it's easier said than done, but if you at least try, you'll know that like in the future, I guess when you're older, that at least you tried your best to make something happen, whatever it is, like whether that is getting, I don't know, a new console, or I don't know, just anything. It can definitely happen. I think it just depends. Like, you just have to put your mind to it, right? Like, you have to be focused, motivated, not let anyone bring you down, and just keep doing it, and you'll be perfectly fine. Hello, Mr. Cracker, how are you doing? We're kind of just ranting now, but I'm gonna hydrate and get the game going, because I haven't opened the game, but the console has been open for a while now, for like 3 hours, I think, and it's kind of just staying open like that for no reason. I'm hoping the controller is not gonna go low on battery because of that, because I didn't charge my controller last time. Because I streamed a short time, I didn't need to actually charge it, so it was like fully charged, therefore I didn't charge it again, because it had like 3 lines on it. Now I feel like I'll play for about an hour and maybe I'll have 2 lines, but it should still last for some time. And honestly, I don't know how much we're gonna play today because of how much I've been ranting instead, but I will definitely play through, hopefully rescuing like this town. So I guess let's go do that, shall we? Let me just hydrate really quickly and then I'll open the game. Here, I'm gonna switch right now just to make sure. Also, my face is like red. I don't know if you noticed. Like, it's probably because it's warm. The heating started and now it feels like really warm. It does get like that usually. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Currently, I'm quite far into the game. I feel like because we've had like 4 streams of this game, and I feel like we're in chapter 11 of the game. Like, I think at the very beginning, because it tells me that I'm like 0% into this chapter. On game progress, it shows me 50%, which I'm a bit worried about. Like, I don't want to be that close. And then it says that I played for 16 hours. So this is all like, all this information is basically from the console. I don't know if it's on Xbox is the same if it shows you or not, because I don't have an Xbox. I have an Xbox One in the house. It's not mine though. But obviously it's an older one, so I don't think it shows you, but I do have to. I remember someone else once asked, how do I know what percentage in the game I am? It's because it shows me like before I press play game. I can show you actually. Like if I switch now, you'll see what I mean. So here, see, it says the game progress is 50, played for 16 hours only, or more like already 16 hours, and then 0% in chapter 11. So yeah, I've heard the chapters are different though, like some are shorter, some are longer, so yeah. But I don't want to finish with this anytime soon. Like, it's like I do and I don't at the same time, because I look forward to playing the next ones, especially, I think, Rebirth, because everyone's saying that it's amazing. But at the same time, I don't want to, like, rush through it. Like, it's okay, I guess. It's okay, because I think I'll continue with Final Fantasy after this anyway, because of how much fun, like, I've been having. I probably wouldn't become, like, a full Final Fantasy streamer, so I probably would still be playing other things as well in between. But after this, most likely I would be doing, straight after this one, Crisis Core. And if I'm still not bored of Final Fantasy, I would probably do also Rebirth straight away. So yeah, I would probably just continue with these. But I also have Mass Effect at some point. Are you guys like familiar with Mass Effect? Any of you guys? If you aren't, I feel like even if you haven't watched it or played it, you may have seen it at least or heard of it before at least, because I definitely heard of it, and I heard it's a really good one. Oh, you're a big fan? That's good then, because I already bought that. I bought I think all 3 games, because they're like, I think it's the Legendary Edition on Windows, so I bought that. And I am planning on playing that like at some point as well, probably after Final Fantasy. And it seems to be like a roleplay type of game, and with space and action at the same time. So I think I'm gonna enjoy it. It seems like another game that will have a brilliant, yeah, like you said, brilliant story. It seems to have a great. You love Mass Effect? That's great then. Well, I hope you guys will enjoy whenever I end up playing that. Hello, Fourth Wall Observer. How you doing? What is the correct order? I feel like people were saying playing remakes, FF7 remake first is alright, and then Reunion, and then Rebirth. Rebirth definitely last one, because that's part 2 after this one. Reunion, you kind of don't have to play it. I want to play it because it has like a backstory, and one of the characters from Rebirth is in it, and he's not in this one, and I kind of want like some. I just want some sort of backstory. So that's why I want to play like the Crisis Core Reunion as well. And I think it's a shorter game anyway, so we won't be playing that forever compared to, I don't know, this one, all this 3. I don't feel like I've been playing this forever. Like, it's only been 4 streams, and I'm like 50% in the game, and I don't know how to feel about that. I'm a bit concerned. Also, it feels like things are gonna get sad really soon. Like, I may be paranoid, like I said, but we never know, I guess. We did rest last time, right? I remember Tifa and Aerith are waiting for me up there. Yeah, they are waiting for me. So last time what we did is we got Aerith the really, really nice dress, and we rescued Tifa from the old man that was like, yeah, that old man was like hitting on everyone, and he ended up choosing Cloud. Cloud dressed up as a woman, and he, like, that old man couldn't tell that Cloud was not actually a woman. I think he couldn't tell, I don't know. And yeah, and then he chose him, and I was happy about that because I want to protect Aerith and Tifa at all costs, so I don't want that old man anywhere near them. So yeah, that's what happened last time. So we rescued Tifa, and now we're going to Sector 7, which is basically our home. We have like a motel room over there. It's like the kind of the very first place you go to, and well, it's the first place you go to and rest. That's where you meet up with Tifa, your childhood friend. So yeah, if you haven't played Final Fantasy yet, as someone that hasn't finished the game yet, but has really been enjoying it, I definitely recommend it. It's amazing. A lot of fun. You love this chapter? Oh my god, I don't know if it's gonna be actually fun or if I should worry. That's the problem. Right, I will continue, but I will chat with you guys like along the way. If there's a cutscene happening, I will try not to rant over it too much.
Train graveyard, all right. A real treasure trove of scrap. Sector 7 should be just past that large maintenance facility over there. I vote we stay.
Hey, that doesn't sound like it's too far.
We're going. Dark everywhere.
That it?
I feel like I want to say that it's actually beautiful. Like, I like the blue and the sky. I am gonna say that I am worried right now.
It's deserted and kind of creepy.
Yeah, I'm expecting monsters or something. More like robots, though.
Monsters, but because of the stories. What kind? Everyone seems to think that the train graveyard is haunted. Those who lose their way out there in the dark of night will never, ever find their way back home again.
Maybe I should go ahead. Because I don't think I'm as afraid, right?
It's true or anything. But you know, it's just...
Then let's hurry.
I think they are letting me go first anyway. Is Cloud afraid of anything? Silent Hill vibes, yeah, it is. It is giving... I mean, I said it was beautiful at first, but now with the, like, old fog, maybe it isn't as pretty as I thought. I think I just like the blue. Can I smash these here? They definitely look like I can destroy them. It's nice having both of them together. You know what? It's better to have more characters in this game. Because if one of them falls down, with one of them, with another character, I can distract the enemy, while with the other one I heal. So I would assume I will get Barret as well with us as our fourth character, right? At some point. And I hope that will happen soon, actually. Well, maybe even after this chapter, I don't know. I just feel like I have these two with me now. Remember when I was saying that I'm gonna miss Aerith because she was gonna leave? This was the second time around. We were gonna say goodbye to each other, and then Tifa appeared, and we went after her together. Like Aerith and I went after Tifa.
Quick.
Not a problem. Get him! That's it!
Alright, let's see if I remember how to fight. Oh, after all the rambling I did, I may be a bit distracted. Is there a point in using my stronger abilities? I guess, just for fun. It's just rats for now. But this game is like... Ever since I first started playing it, but now, because I've played quite a lot through it, I can definitely say it's so beautiful, and I can see why so many people love it. Also, this looks like a dead end. Oh wait, there's a lot of boxes here that I could destroy. I may be wrong. Maybe it's not a dead end. I don't think we can go through there though. But yeah, the characters are just like so lovable, I feel like. It's easy to get attached to them. That's why I worry, because if I get attached to characters, it's not necessarily a good thing, because if something happens to them, I will obviously be devastated, I think. No, I don't think we can go through here. Sorry, I'm kind of just exploring around. Like, I don't really know where I'm going yet. Even though this game is not open world, so it's not that, I guess, easy to get lost. I don't think I ever get lost in an open world, though, because you always have, like, a quest marker, right? I see a ladder here, right? No, it doesn't let me go on it. It may be... Oh, yeah, there's a ladder here. Yeah, see, I think it's because it's like dark and foggy, so sometimes I can't see things straight away. And also sometimes I just end up looking for loot. So that's why I may not see things straight away. Just gonna wait for them to get down in case there's anyone else here. Oh yeah, I should do the map. I always just kind of rely on trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go instead.
What was that?
The ghosts. This place is haunted, right? It feels like it's making me go towards the door when I wanted to go to my left instead, but... Oh, it's scorpions, I guess? You know what? Maybe I'm gonna switch to Tifa. I feel like I didn't use her much last time. And kind of miss using her. I feel like using her more today, I think. I did upgrade their stuff last time, so I think for now I don't need to do it again. Obviously, these are gonna be easy fights, so there's not gonna be anything when I'm gonna get frustrated.
Did you guys hear
Bye.
it too?
Why would there be kids out here this late?
What? And
Well, there's something creepy going on, but like you said, it's probably not gonna be kids. I mean, we are approaching Sector 7, so I don't exactly expect, you know, rainbows over there. I'm just hoping everyone will be alive. That's all, because I don't know. Who even, like... Oh, this is where we're supposed to go. Who attacked Sector 7? I mean, I think we were about to find out if we didn't already find out, but I don't remember from last time. It was definitely attacked by evil people, and I remember seeing Reno, I think, and Rude as well in this like helicopter, right? And I think they were going to Sector 7 as well. So I don't know if it's because of them, or if it's because of the, should I call the government, I guess, the president, or the mayor. I don't even know. Those evil guys that we see all the time. I don't know if this is a puzzle. Yeah, I think Shinra.
I'm with you.
Definitely.
Let's
Well,
go.
Shinra are the evil ones, right? And the president is part of Shinra, I believe. Okay, let's do the triple slash because there's a lot of them and it will help. And then I'm gonna switch to... not Aerith. Oh, wait. Oh, that was Cloud. I was about to say, there's a human here as well. This actually looks really nice. Like the drawings, the way they glow. I didn't miss anything over there, right? I'm not seeing anything. Always, you know, having my eyes peeled for loot. Oh, I just dropped like that? It sounds like ghosts, honestly. Right, I want to switch my mode. And then... I don't know how I keep getting attacked. See, I feel like I don't necessarily have to use my special abilities because of how, like, easy they are, but at the same time, I'll just do it for fun. Even though I'm getting hit from, like, behind now.
Brace yourself. It's on you.
So it's
Should
my
I
turn?
do... Aerith is not even in the fight, actually. She's, like... she's on standby, right? I feel like she doesn't necessarily do as... Okay, I'm not gonna use my ability. I was gonna switch to my abilities, but there was no point. Even more powerful than the government. That's crazy. They need to be taken down, for sure. HP up materia. I think that could be something useful. It's something related to HP. We'll check that out, like, later, maybe. Right now I have, like, different colors on this sword. I actually ended up keeping this sword instead of, like, the one you start with. Because I have, like, more material equipped on this one. So I think it is better. It's the only, like, other sword I have, except for, like, the one you start with. Yeah, Aerith is taking... Well, technically, I don't blame Aerith. She did a lot during the house fight. I was using Cloud as a support, actually, during that fight instead. Because she was doing, like, all the magical stuff. And she has, like, long-range attacks. So it was much better.
Huh? What is that?
I wouldn't be surprised if those ghost things appear again that we've been seeing around.
You okay?
in one piece here too. Guys?
Come on.
Seriously?
Seems like they're inviting us in.
Come on, huh?
Yeah, Cloud is...
Inviting?
Cloud is from Marvel. Do you guys like Marvel movies, by the way? I've watched like quite a lot of them and I enjoy them. My favorite is still Black Panther though. R.I.P.
Alright, let's see what's inside.
Are we able to open this? Or more like, the question is, do we want to open this? I am curious to see what's inside, even though it looks creepy.
Well, what do you think?
Aerith doesn't seem too affected by this.
But it'll be fine. We've got a bodyguard, don't forget. Mine. Right?
I hope she doesn't get jealous
Ghosts
again.
aren't my thing.
Wait, Cloud is actually afraid?
You're just
That's
being
the first time I
modest.
see it.
After you.
Mind letting me go then?
See, now they're both pulling. They're both pulling on him. Well, if we stay close together, I guess we'll be able to protect each other. Although I probably won't be able to protect them if they hang onto my hands though, like my arms.
What was that? Look! Over there!
I personally don't feel that spooked right now. I definitely am confused with what's going on. But I don't think it's that scary, right?
Hey, can we talk?
I mean,
Just for a
Aerith is
bit?
feeling very happy. It is ghosts. I'm gonna guess that's... It's a spirit, right? Oh, an evil spirit. She still doesn't seem affected though. Like, she's smiling. It's like she wants to be friends with them, but I don't think we can be friends. Right, I don't know if these are gonna be difficult to defeat. We might want to do assess to see what their... It says immune on them, so let's just... Do I have assess on? It may be on another character and I just don't remember. I can't really check it out. I think it might be on a different character. I definitely have assess on, but I think it might be on Tifa. Which I should probably change to Tifa instead. And then let me see. Yeah, it's on her. Problem is, I'm probably too close, so what I'm gonna do is get away for a bit and then assess and then see what it's vulnerable to. Even though it's not like strong or anything. And I can fire damage, it seems. Okay, so we can do fire damage. They cast shield when hit with physical attacks. Okay, so physical attacks might not be a good idea then. And reflect when hit with magic attacks. Magic attacks, yeah, those can be good. So Aerith, basically. Right, Aerith, you do your thing. Fire, for example, seems to be working amazingly.
You're burning up.
Yeah, it works great. And then Cloud, I don't really know what he can do, because... Oh, I guess nothing. Because physical attacks are actually worse for those. Oh, we didn't kill all of them.
Don't!
That thing's dangerous.
I know, but even so... What the...
I like the design on those ghosts, though. It kind of feels like we should move. Because this might land on us, right? Yeah. For a moment there I thought that, like, ghosts might be friendly.
You okay?
Yeah. Thanks, Cloud. You saved us.
I'm fast as lightning.
Gonna need to find another way through.
Man, come on.
Wait, there's more? Oh, no. These are... What are these? Scorpions? Sort of? They look like scorpions. I'm probably not gonna use the assess on these because they take like a lot of damage, so not that much of a point. Oh, okay. Get off. No, you focus on the here on Cloud. Oh, see, Cloud healed himself because I have like the materia equipped that if you go low on health, they will. I keep forgetting the fact that if you play as a character, the enemies will come after you after. So I'll tell Tifa to kill this one off. Aerith actually kind of needs healing as well. I don't know if we're gonna get the bench soon because we literally just got one when I started. I might just heal a bit. There you go. That should be enough. Obviously, if there's gonna be a boss fight, ideally we would be fully healed. I see loot over there. But so far, I don't think there will be anything. We can't go that way. I think it's blocked off. Oh, what's this? Radio? This is kind of creepy. It's like someone's in here with us. Oh, it's actually opening. But what happens like with the loot that I said I wanted to pick up? Can I cross this? Like, can I jump over on the other side? Probably not. I may be able to pick it up even if I go inside that train, honestly. Let's just go inside the train. I don't know. I feel like sometimes you get loot if you continue like through where you're actually supposed to go. So, oh yeah, now we can cross, I think, maybe on the left side. Or maybe we also go up like that other train.
Guess the crane's up there.
Oh, I thought they were sitting down. I was like, where are we going? I feel, yeah, this is the exit. And then... Is it still open over there? It's still open, so... It kind of feels like we're getting further away from like that loot. Which I think is just money, so... Even though I want it, I don't think I have to necessarily turn back for it, so I'll just leave it. Mainly because I can't be bothered to go back. Unless we can make it back through here. This obviously looks like... Yeah, we shouldn't jump there. These do scare me, because it makes me think that the ghosts are gonna appear. And they're not. I feel like they're telling me which way to go. Like through here, right? Before we do so, let me try to get to that thing over there. Does this work, or do I have to first go where the quest is telling me before I can activate it?
It's not working. There's no power.
Yeah, we have to...
I wonder if
we have to fix that.
Prank. Someone might be messing with the power supply to make us run around.
It does feel like we're not on our own here, actually. Well, there's definitely ghosts, but I'm thinking like... Who turned the power on for the train? Was it the ghosts? Because I find that hard to believe. I think this is the first time ever I encountered spooky... spooky vibes in this game. And see, we didn't leave the loot around. We're still here. I'm actually gonna switch to Aerith because of the flying that usually ends up annoying me. And hoping that it will get down.
Can you take over for me?
Oh wait. Never mind, we can fly as well. I don't know if we can make it all the way up there though. Why did it go even higher? Unless it's glitched out. How do we make it up there? Hold on, I can't even see my characters. Okay, let's not lock on anymore. Never mind, it's back down now. That was not... The camera angle was sabotaging me. It was because I was locked on, that's why. Sometimes being locked on doesn't help. I was confused at first because I didn't know how to be able to see my characters again, but I realized I was locked on. So and then I didn't miss this loot. All I had to do is just go around. That's why I'm saying sometimes I might leave something behind, but I may be able to pick it up later, maybe? I wonder if this here is open. Again, I didn't go where I was supposed to go. And I'm kind of doing things ahead of time. Which is not necessarily, I guess, a bad thing. Because if I find something here, I could activate it. And then when the characters tell me that we should activate this thing, it will be already activated. I actually wonder if the dialogue would change if you do things ahead of time. Because I've done that. I've done something like ahead of time. You know what? What wasn't this? This was fire, right? So maybe we switch to Aerith instead, because the physical damage doesn't work on these ones. Like, sure, I'm gonna do magic, and then I'm gonna do the fire, because that's a lot better. See, some characters are better for certain like enemies. So Aerith has been really useful actually. Okay, everyone done that. Like with the house fight and these like ghosts as well. I don't know if I'm gonna use the fire again. Did it just heal? Is that possible? How did it heal? Problem is they will still attack it, so it will get that shield back. Where is it? It's still here. Oh yeah, it is. It's still here. Am I flying? Yeah, because it's like kind of attacking me now. I'm kind of just being reckless with it. Because it's like an easy fight, so I'm not like too focused. But it's a good thing because it allows me to like warm up slowly before whatever's gonna come up next time. Another boss fight at some point. Yeah, now I feel like we're getting very far from where I'm supposed to go. Here though, I do see that thing. Was there a way I could like crawl or something? Like jump over these? Realistically, Cloud would be able to just step on these, right? And then go behind over there, but you can't jump in the game. So I guess we're not gonna do that. Maybe he'll be able to from up there or something. We'll see. For now I was kind of looking for... Oh yeah, because see there's also this stuff here that I need to somehow get to it. This kind of just keeps going, so it may be a good idea to kind of go back, if I'm being honest. Here, I can't go here. You know why? Because I think I have to go through that door and then around. So I think we should go back, which usually I don't want to do. Thing is, the reason I end up doing other things instead of going the way it wants me to do is that I expect a cutscene or something important happening where the quest tells me to go. That's why I end up wandering around first before going there. So I think going through here is actually not going to start anything too important, so we can do so. I know the game logic, like, you're not able to jump. Unless Cloud wants to. Oh, and it's locked from the inside. Okay. Maybe it was a good idea that we went around. And I should have tried it the first time around. Honestly, I should try more often to just go the way the quest wants me to go, instead of like exploring. But sometimes, like I said, if you start the cutscene, it makes me think that, what if I won't be able to turn back to this place and get all the loot possible? So that's why I try to not go the quest way unless I actually want to go there. I'm gonna think this is open. And then we're gonna unlock that door through here. If we need to unlock it anymore.
More in here? Looks like.
I think, yeah, they're hiding everywhere. Oh, I was distracted by the oxen step. Hold on, again, let's switch over. Because these are the ghosts and it's not gonna work too well with physical attacks, even though they do, like I said, still attack. Which, I wish I could tell them to stop attacking with physical attacks so that it doesn't get that shield back. I should probably heal Aerith, actually. Or, well, she healed herself, so it's fine. You know what? The Cess, like, ability is actually really useful. especially like at the beginning, because for some of them I already remember what works, so I don't need to like try it again. But it can be very useful to see like the weaknesses, right? This is where that loot is gonna be. Here we go. And then that door, we may unlock it so that it's like kind of shortcut, right? This is locked from this side. Because there is something we can activate here on the left. And I think it's a platform, or actually it's one of these like train things. So I think we will have to do that eventually after we finish exploring this place. Right now, I believe, yeah, there is another door here. And then kind of just have to explore the whole place, right? Which it kind of seems to be quite a lot, actually. Here it looks like a dead end, yep. And then up here and down there. I think I'm gonna go up here first. Then down. Hopefully this is the way I'm supposed to go. It's locked.
I'm pretty sure I saw a door on the other side of this place. I think
yeah, but I
believe
believe we have to go down here to access that door because it's blocked off on the other side. So I think we're getting... There's a ladder here and nothing else here, so... Wait. Do we think we can get through to this? Oh yeah, we can. I was thinking that it's gonna be, again, one of those game moments where it doesn't let me get through, like an invisible wall. Okay, let's go here and then... Like I said, for the most part, I feel like it's straightforward, so it's not like too complicated like we're supposed to go. That's why I'm not really using the map that much. I only really use it when I'm in a town and I'm trying to do like the side quests. I usually need it because I don't really know where I'm going. Here it's like me exploring, even though it's not really an open world game like at all. I've heard, is FF7 Rebirth an open world game? Because I've heard people say that it is. Like it has a lot more to it compared to this one.
Going in.
Sorry, but we're in a rush.
Here we go.
That was close. There.
I don't have those yet. Now we can triple slash, which is perfect because there's like 3 of them anyway. I feel like using Cloud is just so convenient because it's like you play as him most of the time, you know? That's why. Because by the time I want to like switch to another character, I realize that it's too late. During boss fights, I use pretty much all of them. Oh, bigger areas. So is it not an open world then? An open world game then? I heard it has a lot of like, I think, side quests and a lot more to do compared to 15, I think. People were saying FF15 is a bit more boring because the open world feels kind of empty. I would play 15 as well. I think there's like 4 guys you play as, right? Like kind of like a brotherhood thing going on in 15. Is it not open world? All I know is that you play as 4 guys and you have like a car that you can drive around. But I would play that as well. Like even if it has like mixed reviews, I think it would be good. And also I do like playing as I do like this whole, well, the brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever. I like when you have like close friends together and all that. So I think it would be wholesome to play. It's really nice. That's good to hear. And also 10 and 16. And there's some other ones as well. There's one that I think you play as a woman, I saw. Which, I don't know which one it is. I don't know if it's 13, 14. Because there's a lot of FFs out there. But there are like multiple that I was looking into that I would probably play probably later. Like I probably would, 13 is it? I think I would play that as well. I think for now I would stick to like probably, let's say, the modern ones, so the like most recent ones, so Remake, Rebirth, Reunion, 16, and also like 10? Not, yeah, 10. There's a lot. So yeah. I'm just gonna refresh the page on Twitch really quickly, because for me it kind of like, I don't know, it glitched out or something. I thought the stream broke, but everything's fine. 14 is also great. It's your least favorite. 14 is your least favorite one. I feel like here's the problem now. I'm playing this one and it's been an amazing journey so far, and I expect every FF to be just as good, and I'm gonna be a little disappointed if the other ones are not gonna be as great. Like, I've heard a lot of mixed emotions about 16, and apparently people were comparing it to Game of Thrones, which I've watched some Game of Thrones, I think like around 2 seasons, and I didn't mind it. I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it, but at the same time, I feel like it was so gory at the same time that I don't always feel like watching it. So people weren't quite sure about 16, if it's that great or not, but I kind of just like the characters, at least in that one, or at least from what I've seen. I think this might activate that platform, or at least the power for the platform. Well, not the platform, the train, right?
Tifa!
I have a feeling it might not be just normal, ordinary ghosts, and it might be something bigger this time. Question is, why are you attacking us? Or because we're invading their home, right?
Coming to get you?
Aerith seems to be able to, like, talk to them in some way, like bond with the ghosts, I feel like, right? Yeah, she is always standing there, always trying to, like, befriend them. But I feel like she has some sort of connection with them. She doesn't seem as afraid as us. Yeah, this looks kind of like a boss. We're gonna have to do an assess on this, but I feel like fire will still work. Maybe. Right, so I'm gonna move to not Aerith, Tifa, really quickly. And then hopefully get the assess on her right now without getting interrupted, hopefully. And then let's see. Is this still fire? I think it says the same thing. It switches between physical and ghostly forms. Neither magic attacks against the physical form nor physical attacks against the ghostly form have any effect on its... Okay, so magic attacks, basically Aerith, not that useful, but we can still use a lot of fire, which will work. Use magic attacks against the ghostly form to rapidly... Wait, can we use magic attacks or not? Nor physical attacks against the ghostly form. Wait, I'm confused. Can you use it or not? It has 2 forms, yeah. So can you use them or not? One physical and one ghostly. How do you tell which one is physical? I'm guessing I'm gonna find out in a few moments. For now, all I can tell is that magic will work in one of the forms, and we can still use fire all the time, which I will be literally what I'm gonna be doing now. Except I'm not hitting the air. I don't think... Okay, Tifa's dead because... Well, we weren't fully healed anyway. I can heal her now if I get out of the way for a moment. Stand by. Oh wait, I need to kill her like with the actual potion. See, sometimes like I go into fights with low health because I don't expect to have a boss fight coming. I would have never thought there would be a boss fight here. Where's the ghost? I feel like again physical attacks don't seem to be very useful here. My problem is I don't want to get hit. Everyone can... Wait, Tifa has more health, so let's go on Tifa. Even though it's immune, so it may have to... I may have to replace materia, honestly. Because I don't... Tifa's not going to be able to do anything. Like, lightning, would that work? It did say that it won't. Also, there's a piercing scream going on right now. And we don't want to stick around for that. Aerith should probably heal herself. I wish I could heal her with Cloud instead, because I kind of want to do fire, but I'm worried she's gonna die if I don't heal her right now, so I think it's better that I heal her instead.
Gotta heal first.
I kind of need to play as Aerith, honestly. Because the other characters are not gonna be able to do anything, because I don't have fire equipped on them. It's only Aerith that has it. And Tifa can also, again, heal somebody. So Cloud kind of needs healing. Wait, did I heal Aerith with Tifa? What am I even doing here? I don't know, honestly. I feel like this is gonna be a slow type of fight. I can use items, I guess, and give to Cloud this. And then Cloud as well can heal Tifa. Why does everyone need healing? There are way too many of them. Oh yeah, I do think she did heal with Auto Cure because I have it equipped. I think I should have that equipped 24/7 actually. Right. See, I want to use Aerith. Oh, it's pressured. Right. Let's go fire now. And hopefully not get attacked in the meantime while I'm kind of hitting other things though. I'm too worried about, like, I feel like I still have to switch between characters because she's gonna keep getting hit if I don't. I need fire on all of the characters because this is not gonna work out for me really well. Like right now I don't feel confident about this. See, like it's like immune to all my attacks and I don't have any fire on anyone else. Tifa, no, yeah, Tifa doesn't have it, but Aerith could again do the fire. And then Cloud, maybe Braver if it works. I don't know if it worked, but I guess we can do it anyway. Let's try this one with Tifa and then Cloud again. It is doing damage sometimes, but for the most part it's Aerith that I need to use, unless I equip those like fire things on all the characters, and then I can use anybody. See, he died. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like I would heal my character, but at the same time I kind of want to restart, if I'm being honest. Which one should I use? This one? Because it's... oh wait, he's dead, so that means I need to use the Phoenix down. Luckily I have a lot of those left. And then again, physical damage seems to be working this time around. Cloud is low on health again, apparently. Wasn't expecting that. I can't really heal him with Tifa though. I mean, I could use items. Yeah, I always say that and then realize I can use items instead. So Mega Potion maybe? It's mainly because obviously Tifa and Cloud are more like aggressive, so they're like literally up into the enemy's like face compared to Aerith. So Aerith is not gonna be low on health unless I play as her, and then the enemy kind of follows me around. So for now I have this available on Aerith and a weakness. Wait, is it pressured? Where is it? I'm not frustrated with this, by the way. I'm kind of just like, I don't know. I'm trying to survive and I'm not necessarily like too concentrated. There's a piercing scream and I don't know if that's gonna be towards me right now or not. Well, I am focusing, but I'm just like, why is Aerith over there? Anyway, I'm like casually playing through it. It's not as dangerous as the house. That's what I'm trying to get at basically. So I feel like as long as I keep my characters alive, we should be fine. I just need Aerith to get her things like back though. And by things I mean like the fire. I think Tifa's the lowest. So she can have this. And I'm gonna switch over. And then Aerith, once again, spells.
Get fired up. Get him. Bring it on.
I probably should stay away from that. Oh, it's a sort of like a cutscene. I'm not that intimidated, so it's okay. Like, sure, I wouldn't say it's going great, but at the same time, I also don't feel like I'm really focused compared to like the house fight that I had to do. I could put I could protect maybe Aerith. She's low and also I kind of need her. Maybe I should actually switch to someone that has more health. The other characters right now are not really that useful. It seems like I can do physical damage though here. You do that and then Cloud has the most health, I think. So maybe he can also... Okay, Tifa's down. Maybe I revive her instead. But now I'm getting attacked by this. I'm using a lot of these. See, it can be difficult, like having to control everybody. Arif can use fire, although I may run out of MP at some point. For now, we're okay though. Here's another weakness. Cloud. The focus thrust is fire as well, isn't it? I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but right now it's back to these things flying all over the place, and probably should stay away. I don't know if Tifa literally it was just waiting to be smashed by like these things. There is definitely a lot happening right now. I have an ult available. I just don't know if it's worth using it. I mean, I guess it is, right? Because then it's gonna disappear. Yeah, I guess it is worth using. Here, fire damage again. It's only fire damage that works amazingly, as long as we don't waste it, just like it happened right now, which is a bit unfortunate, you know. Arif, healing. I think that's one of my least favorite things, when it gets interrupted, one of like your attacks, because the ATB recharges quite slow. What is that thing? I've never seen that before. Also, where am I going here? I don't know how to get her away from this. Can I jump maybe? My Tifa's like ATB is recharging even though I'm not even attacking. I'm gonna put the barrier. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on Arif here. See, it's like, it's already low on health, like this thing. Even though we keep dying, we could try to use Cloud's Cross Slash, I guess. And then Arif's spells, which she can't actually use because she doesn't have enough MP, which is unfortunate timing. I feel like he would have been dead by now if I didn't get my attack interrupted, honestly. Which one's the MP? I think I just have to read it here. Cures poison. Smaller, fully restored HP and MP. I feel like, oh, but these are so rare. I don't know if I want to use that. I may just do the turbo one.
Maybe this?
And then I'm gonna switch to, well, I don't really know actually. I'm a bit worried that we're both on low health now. And you know, the ATB doesn't exactly charge fast enough unless you attack the enemy. Okay, yeah, that's not ideal. I think we're gonna die when it's like 1 HP again, because I can't revive my characters. Actually, let's hope I can actually bring someone back to life. Cloud, because he can heal as well. There you go. And then just keep attacking. Get away from the piercing scream. Right, I'm gonna switch over and kind of just try to distract him in a way. I don't know. No, I don't know about this. I'm just gonna keep reviving, hopefully, somebody else in the hopes that we won't die in the meantime and we'll be able to distract. We're very close to death here.
I'm here.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah. I don't know about this. I'm a bit concerned. Okay, yeah, we died. It is low on health though. I wouldn't say it's difficult though. Like, compared to the house, I'm not like struggling, or at least maybe I'm more patient compared to last time, like on Monday when I was doing the fight. I feel like it's just taking a while because I need to get the fire damage stuff. Honestly, I could try to put on all the characters that fire thing so that I can make it a lot easier for myself. I just don't know if I'll be able to do it now or if there's the cutscene happening. I think you don't start in a cutscene, so I think I might have to. Yeah, the house was terrible. This is definitely like, I think I'll manage it this time around. I think so. I need to put fire on like all of the characters so that I can use them with more compared to just using Arif, right? Because Arif, like, sure, she can use it, but the problem is she's gonna get attacked in the meantime. So I'll do retry from last battle, I think. I just hope it won't be straight into the cutscene. Because I don't think during combat you can change the materia, right? I feel like, no, it shouldn't be possible. Perfect. Okay, so let me go select that fire thing on all the characters really quickly. So, Cloud and Tifa don't have it. What's something that's not that useful? Increases max MP I probably want. I never use the... See, this, I always forget using this. I always forget I have it equipped. Cure, I probably want. I will replace it. This... Actually, do I want to replace it? What about this one? That's the elemental... Is this useful? Elemental materia? Like, should I have this equipped right now, or can I switch it out? Oh, I can switch it. Okay, cool. Because I feel like this one doesn't seem like it's really doing much. So I could put now, like, another fire one, which I believe I have. It seems like I only have 2 fire ones. I thought I had 3, which is unfortunate. So I don't know if Tifa's gonna be able to have any of those, actually. I thought I had a lot of them. I think it was maybe ice that I had a lot of. No, lightning. I have a lot of lightning ones. Okay, so maybe I will need to buy more fire ones. See, now I can see now why I have so many of the same ones. Because you sometimes need it, like, on different characters. This HP up. Is this increasing your HP? Is that what it does? Increases your max HP total boost. What do I have equipped right now? I have this one, the defensive spell, which I feel like it doesn't work too well, but it may be just me. And also this one equipped, right? Oh yeah, I've used this a couple of times. I think it does work, because it restores HP. Oh, assess as well. I could technically swap assess now for something else, because I already know what the enemy is vulnerable to, which is fire for the most part. Every time I used fire, it worked out, as long as I don't get interrupted, obviously. So I could technically switch that and put HP up, maybe. And then I just have to remember to, well, get... Why is there an empty slot here? Was there something else that I accidentally got rid of? I'm gonna place the HP up to increase the health a bit more. And then this assess one, I could replace it with something. What's warding materia? Works with poison. Okay, we don't need that. Imbued with fire. Elemental one. This one, right? Elemental materia. I'm sure this one's the one you're talking about, right? Thing is, yeah, after the fight, I'll most likely put the assess one back, because it is quite kind of useful, right? So I'll put it back after. But now, because I already know what it's vulnerable to, I don't really need it anymore. So I can just have it like this. And then that's about it. I feel like it should work a bit better now. Right, I'll skip through the cutscene and I'll get straight to the fight. I paused instead. Sometimes I forget what the skip button is. Right, now Cloud and Aerith have fire, right? And no, Tifa should as well have something useful, I think. Oh wait, you know what I didn't do though is healing my characters fully before starting this fight. Which is a bit of an issue because low-key feeling like I want to restart. Wait, I can actually, you know what? I'm gonna restart. Yeah, I didn't. I just noticed I didn't. That's why I was saying, see, my characters are around like 1,000 health, so that's a lot lower than originally what they should have. That's why I probably should heal. I don't see any bench nearby though. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do is just use items maybe? Oh, I can use these ones because I have a lot of them. So I'll just fully heal everybody really quickly. I'm using these ones because they're like the easiest to get, since as you can see I have like 50 of them. It's just probably going to require quite a lot. I think I can use the bigger ones as well though, because even these ones can be quite easy to get. I think Mega Potion maybe is not as easy compared to these. But yeah, I should heal instead. I'm not going to use the MP though, because I need that like to be able to cast like fire. Wait, so were you guys saying that I can use fire with Tifa as well now? Or was that something else? I don't have one like a fire materia equipped on her because I don't have any more fire materials. But I did equip some other stuff, I think, on her. Right, and then Aerith, I'll give her one of these just because it's taking a while. And then a small one. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, the lightning. I don't think the lightning is gonna work on that thing at all, so for the most part I have to keep Cloud and Aerith alive, I think. Right, let's try this again. Fully healed this time around. Right. It is kind of scary, this thing, though, I won't lie. Right, let's see if I can cast this, hopefully without getting interrupted.
Calling fire.